Hello and welcome to the Sketchy People podcast. I'm LemonTart, and today it's another guest episode. Say hi, Mage. Introduce
Hi,
yourself.
Mage. I'm introducing myself.
Who are you?
I'm Mage. Like I said.
What do you
Sorry.
do? Where can they find you?
You can follow me. You can find me on Twitter, Lethal Mage. I usually just reblog things I like. I used to post art, but I stopped at some point, I guess.
Oh no.
I think I'll post art at some point in my life again.
She's a good artist, I swear.
But no, Twitter.
She's on the
Lethal
show.
Mage. I post art there sometimes. Most of the time I just reblog things that I like, which is usually wholesome stuff or some good anime boys. Or
Yeah, I mean she's cool and good. Just follow her.
you shouldn't. I mean, you don't have to. It's up to you.
No, you have to.
I've been my recent reblogs are just like Pierce from Pokemon, Mr. Pierce Pokemon. He good. He a
Oh
good
yes,
boy.
good taste.
Everybody loves
Good
Pokemon.
taste.
He's a good. Also, Snums are good.
Oh, yes.
Agree. Big agree.
One of my favorite Pokemon for the new games. All right. We also have Seika.
Hi everyone. It's been like a couple weeks since we last recorded and I forgot how to speak on a mic. Not that I ever knew how, but yeah. Hello.
Don't eat it. That's all you need to know. Asha?
Good morning. I'm Asha and I'm here.
Yeah, she is here. And NeverPaint.
I'm there.
Whoa.
Come here.
That's basically it.
Nice. I'm LemonTart. Find me on Twitter at TardyArt, Instagram LemonTardy. And yeah, today we have Mage on. She's a cool artist and overall general internet personality with a YouTube channel I discovered a couple days ago. that we all really enjoy and we've been familiar with, but not familiar enough with. So I wanted to bring her over to do a little bit of an interview with a few questions we've written down to find the mysteries behind the author, the mysteries behind the mage.
Behind the curtain.
My secrets will be revealed.
They
All
should be
of them.
exposed today for all to see. You're done, mate. Okay, who wants to start?
Yeah, we're gonna steal all your potion recipes and spells.
Oh no. What did I get myself into?
Anyways, hi Mage, how are you?
Hello, I am not tired. That is good.
Sick. What inspired you to start doing art? When did you start?
I started as far back as I remember. Nothing in particular sort of inspired me. I just started drawing one day and it just became part of my life, kind of like,
Just a habit.
you know, you eat food, you breathe air, you draw, you don't question it.
Same.
Big same.
No.
So you always drew. So what used to inspire you as a kid? What kind of drawings did you do?
What did I draw?
I used to draw dogs and Pokemon all the time when I was a tiny toddler.
Dinosaurs
I used
here.
to. I remember one of my oldest drawings was a drawing in a book, sadly, because I was a little poop that didn't value books.
Oh no.
But it was a little. I mean, I didn't do it maliciously. It was just a piece of paper,
course.
so of course.
Still very unforgivable.
Yes, it was a drawing of a mouse, but the mouse had 6 legs and no ears, so it kind of looked like a spider.
Oh my god.
To my
That would be-
credit, I was like 4 years old or so.
Bug Electric Pika clone. It's like a spider that tries to look like a mouse.
It's just a
do it.
centipede with a
Game
Pikachu
Freak.
head.
I used to draw on dolls' faces, to draw them like whiskers and noses and stuff, and I think I would poke their eyes out for some reason as well. I don't remember this. This was all told by my mom, so
Just find like a
I
like
do
a chest
remember
of
drawing on
humiliating
walls.
toys.
I did hide behind sofa and
You know-
drew on the wall. So
Oh, God.
I remember that much.
Sneaky.
I remember that I drew on like a heater in my room, and it was bad. Also, drawing on dolls seems pretty common among little girls, because like every time like I see some like a chest of like Barbie toys like at a school or somewhere, they're always like drawn on, and they always have like the hair cut off, and they're like destroyed and look horrible
Oh,
because
I didn't. The thing is, I didn't like dolls. I wanted animals, so I just made them into animals by drawing
Damn.
whiskers. But yeah, my parents never really got me dolls up until like I was a bit older for them, I guess.
I mean, I relate. I never really wanted dolls. I just wanted Pokemon and dinosaurs.
Meanwhile, I
Oh,
would
yeah.
enjoy playing with all of my cousins' dolls, and I would be embarrassed, but I would like go up to my cousin's house and would reluctantly fake that I wasn't enjoying playing with the dolls, when I was having a lot of fun and putting them in like the big pink Barbie car and rolling the big pink Barbie car through the floor and putting on different outfits for Ken. That was
Okay,
awesome.
Oh god, the
I did
the
have
Barbie.
a big pink Barbie car, and
Yeah.
that was amazing.
Right?
Have you guys
Right?
seen? Have you guys seen the Barbie houses? They look horrible. I mean, they're kind of cool, but like everything in the house is so stretched like upwards, so that it like fits the proportions of the Barbies. Like basically, like the bed is like extremely thin and extremely long, so that the Barbie thing fits in. They are weird.
I mean, I never had the houses, but the pink Barbie car I had was actually the big. It was called a motorhome, but I don't know if that's the proper word. It was just a truck that you can open up, and it was also a house. And it was
Whoa.
really great. It was huge. I could ride on it when I was like 4. It was great.
Barbie lives in a car.
Oh, I thought you meant like
What
a
a
car
role
for a
model.
Barbie, but you actually had a little rideable one. That is cute. My friends used to have like Barbies, and I think I had one or two, but they're not like Barbies. They're like knockoff Barbies, because who could afford a Barbie at that time?
Yeah.
But yeah, we had a lot of like those Barbie dolls, and like we didn't play with them so much as we just sort of like dressed them up, and then like it's just like, oh, we're going out shopping. Okay, I'm back. Okay, now we're gonna get dressed for this party. And it was like it wasn't much a play, that we just like to customize them, because my friends would have a lot of clothes. Some of them would be like custom made by their moms and stuff, because a lot of
Whoa,
our
that's
moms
cool.
could be, yeah, like my mom is a bit of a tailor, so is my dad, and one of my friends' mom was also in that sort of business, so we could ask our parents to make, you know, Barbie clothes here and there. So that was the fun
Nice.
of it. I think my love for customizing characters has persisted, because I really like RPGs where you can customize your own character. So I blame that as the origin of of my love for RPGs.
That makes sense. Also,
Yeah.
kind of can see that in your OCs, I think, in the outfits. Like, the way you draw clothes reminds me a little bit of that.
Yeah, I was
Oh, I tried
very
you
into
drew the-
customizing.
I just had this image in my head and I needed to get it out of my system.
It's really cute though.
I really like the big cheeks being like big red eyes for the
Ye-
spider.
It's,
Anyway.
it's just like being a Pikachu is just the camouflage.
Yeah. It's gonna kill you. It's gonna kill you.
It's like, it's not a Mimikyu. It's like a worse version of a Mimikyu.
Oh god, I just
It's
saw
like a
that
Mimikyu
card,
that's
that's
not
very
even
cool.
trying anymore.
It's self-defense. It's just standing on its very last legs and just facing the back
Well,
to
that-
you.
That could be its idle animation. Like it stands on its back legs and it sort of crosses its middle legs behind its back, and it sort of like wobbles against you and then bites you with its Pikachu ears, which are actually fangs.
If you try to pat it, you're doomed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, continuing the podcast.
Mage, you've been on the internet for a very long time, and
Ye.
as someone who only got to know you like in the last 2 years, I think. I'm always very confused, like, about your history, like where you started and what you did, because you seem to have like a dozen different websites and old Tumblrs and old comic pages, and just interested where you entered that whole cyberspace and what you did there in the first few years.
When I think I got internet in my house when I was 14-ish. I got into Gaia.
What is that?
Oh, hell yes.
Oh.
I'm too young.
And
What
also
is
what-
that?
Gaia
Gaia
Online.
Online.
It's like little pixel art avatars, like anime-ish sort of avatars, chippies. And it was mostly like a sort of like a forums chat room, but you also had customizable avatars. And
course.
that's what drew me in, the customizable avatars. I made so many accounts just for like different characters that I would make. There was like, I don't remember what he was called, like some sort of demon of something, and his profile just had I like pie, and there was pictures of dozens of pies.
I approve.
Nice.
I approve of this message.
I
It was
love
really fun.
the aesthetic of Gaia, but I could never get into it because when I discovered it, it was very recently dead. So it was like,
yeah,
oh no.
when I got into it, it was quite. It was still a pretty good place. It was just before the boom, so to speak. But it eventually started feeling very cluttered, and I just quit it. And that's when the shit happened, I guess. And when I was gone,
Like, when was that?
You just
Can you tell
appreciated
me
the
a year or
golden
something?
age.
I don't remember when exactly I quit Guy Online. I think I was like maybe 17, so like at least 3 years or so on Gaia. I don't know. I can't tell you what happened after I left because I left. But,
I definitely remember Gaia being like, you know when you're like 4 or 5 and you have an older cousin, and the older cousin plays like the cool video games that you're not allowed to play. That's what I remember Gaia being. It was like the thing that my old friends would play in their browser, and I would be like, what's that? And my parents would be like, "You're not old enough for a computer yet."
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Aw, but no, it was. There were a lot of younger people back then. I think. So they had this town feature where you can go with your avatar onto a town and chat with other people in the town. It was really
Yeah,
cute.
that's what I remember.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you could do that, but then eventually they introduced sort of a MMORPG in Gaia called ZOMG or something like that. That got a little confusing. Then they introduced the aquarium, and they started like a lot of like crossovers with like animes and stuff, and it just started feeling very cluttered, and they kept bringing in new stuff and everything got so expensive and such, so I just like I quit it. But yeah, other than Gaia, what else did I do? I did some YouTube videos. No one needs to watch those because they're terrible. There's like Naruto AMVs.
Oh,
You're not
same.
missing
Not
much. You're
Naruto,
not
but I
missing
also...
I
I remember
have-
being like 12 and doing AMBs for fun.
Yeah,
on
I
Windows
had-
Movie Maker.
I made like a Kakashi one for like Haku to the music of Evanescence, Bring Me to Life, of course.
Oh, hell yes.
Oh gosh, Naruto. Oh, I got into anime. I liked every single anime I watched. I had absolutely no taste. It took me a while to
Same.
develop taste.
You had a very big taste, you mean?
I mean, I'm still there. I'm still at the stage where I just find something fun in everything. So I don't know. It's not about taste, maybe.
I'm almost envious just because I dislike a lot of animes nowadays. Just because they're just like
yeah.
they kind of feel poopy. But there's also still a lot of wholesome, nice animes out there. Like
Maybe
I recently
really good
watched
things.
How
Maybe
to Keep
that's
a
what
Mummy,
happens.
and that is like the most wholesomest, bestest, sweetest, cutest, adorable, most adorable anime.
I've seen a few episodes of that.
Please
watched
finish
few-
watching it. It's just so good. The first
been a while.
first episode, it just got me awing and dawing, and I couldn't keep quiet. I just had to be like, oh, it's so small. Oh, look at it waddle. It go. It just I kept doing that, and my
That's-
boyfriend had to endure.
That's the thing where all the characters keep like a little monster, right? Like all the...
Yeah. It's just like the sweetest anime. It's just so precious. I love it. But yeah, good animes. What else did I do? I did try to do some comics at some point. On Drunk Duck. I don't think it's called Drunk Duck anymore. That I got into Hetalia. Those were the days.
Yeah.
I had a like a roleplay Tumblr on that. I think was like
Hell yeah.
Taurus, the Lithuania, because of course Lithuania. Then I also got into Danganronpa, and I did roleplays on that.
Ah,
I even had like for a very brief amount of time, I had a FNAF Tumblr. Like it was sort of like a roleplay Tumblr as well, but it was like it's set in an alternate universe, and I had a lot of fun for the brief amount of time I had it. But then I kind of stopped doing that, sadly. But it was fun. But at some point I quit Tumblr completely, like cold turkey. Just one day I decided not to log in anymore, and I stopped. And that's how I cured my addiction.
Reason for that?
I just got tired. A lot of drama, a lot of nonsense. Kind of like what's happening to Twitter now. So maybe I'll quit Twitter at some point.
Oh no. But Twitter is fun though.
I don't know where I'll go. I just don't like drama. I don't like people.
Just have to
being
follow the
shitty.
right people.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. But also, like, if Twitter became shit or died, like, tomorrow, I don't know where people will go, to be honest.
Yeah, I don't
There's-
know. Gaia.
Something
Let's go back to Gaia.
Oh,
Yes, yes,
Dude, yes.
please.
I want to make a Gaia avatar. Is it still up? Oh,
It's still up.
I would love to make an episode where we all make Gaia avatars and we compare them.
And,
that would be so fun.
Let me be a guest. I'll show up with my decked out Gaia avatar.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Please,
I
yes.
really like the aesthetic of your old Tumblr page though. It's cool.
It's based on Undertale because I got into Undertale.
Is that,
that
did you
character,
make the character?
Yeah.
Nice.
Toridia. She gets stolen a lot.
Toridia.
Yeah. It's based on the word torrid, I think. I don't remember. But yeah, she's sort of like, she's meant to be kind of like a gas lamp body, but a bit sort of more robotish. But yeah, she's firehead, gas lamp body, regulates herself. But people keep saying she's like, oh, she's a Metaton and Grillbee fusion, which is not. No, she's a gas lamp with fire, not a robot.
Seems like they're gaslighting you to me.
She is based on the species whatever Grillbee is, but that's because I didn't see a lot of people. A lot of people made skeletons, and I'm like, well, I want to make a fire lady. So
Yeah.
So they're not completely wrong when I say I took inspiration from Grillbee, but she's not Grillbee. So
I mean, the Undertale fandom has this intense fascination with the skeleton. There's so many cool characters.
The Undertale fandom was so fascinating when I was back in it. Like, it was so interesting to see so many alternate universes pop up and then, like, take their own, like, flight. It's just, like, becoming, like, it's a fandom with, like, these alternate universes, and these alternate universes develop fandoms of their own. So being a fandom of a fandom, it's so weird and so interesting.
I love this character design. She's so cool.
Yes, she's
Oh.
really, really cool.
Dude, I'm imagining her like little fire hands just like orbiting around her really quickly to attack, almost like a Beyblade, or like like the little like the independent pods in Gundam that fly around and shoot lasers while the main body of the robot zooms about. Yeah. I like this. She's really cool.
She's actually kind of weak. That's why she needs the body the way it is to keep her flame safe, because she's in danger of dying.
Also, are these comics yours? 'Cause,
Which comics?
the ones
I
that
think
are
there are
in the Tumblr.
reblogs.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I see. Anyway, continue. I had just never seen this page before.
Oh no.
Oh yes, of course she's purple and great. Yes,
Oh,
10
hell
out of
yeah.
10.
Ooh,
Purple Fire.
and green.
Yeah.
I was
Oh,
originally
have you
sort
seen
of...
Frozen 2? Completely unrelated.
Yes.
That thing. I like that movie. That movie has purple fire in it. Has a lot of purple in it in general.
It has like a tiny version of Toothless. I like
Yes.
that. I like
What?
that little lizard boy.
It's like a
just
little salamander.
Yeah, it's a little salamander, but it has like the appeal that Toothless has, with its big sort of cat-like eyes and the little motions and stuff. It's very much Toothless.
That's
so
smart.
adorable.
That's smart because like the How to Train Your Dragon thing is over now. They released the third part, and Disney is like, haha, we can just make our own to keep that flame alive.
Quite literally.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Fun movie. Everybody watch it. Disney sponsors this episode.
No.
Continue.
I forgot where we were. Undertale was fun. I also had an Ask blog for Undertale for Metaton and other ghosts, and also Shiren.
Yes.
They made a band together.
Napster blog.
Yeah, they made a band. With Shiren, Napster book. The Mad Puppet, I think, was it? The Mad Puppet. Yeah, and Metaton, of course. And yeah, I also had fun with that Ask blog, but then I stopped.
What do you do on an Ask bot? What's
Ask blog, your characters, like, you're a character or more. People put in asks to your Tumblr, and you reply as the character. Some people do
Yeah.
it in writing, some people do it with drawing, some have a mix of both. And I
remember
to
that
try
being
and
very
draw.
common in the Homestuck fandom. Lots of people would, lots of cosplayers would like cosplay as the character and then make ask vlogs and give answers with like a selfie in them and stuff like that.
That's interesting because you would think that there would be like 50 people of like being Sans or like some popular character,
Well, yeah.
and
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, there were definitely copies and stuff, but you find your favorite.
Yeah, there's usually like 2 or 3 that are really cool, and then you follow them.
I see.
I could show you my FNAF one. I think it's still kicking around somewhere. Hold on.
Play the Undertale elevator music right now.
I'm sorry. I'm trying to find it. I don't.
No, it's
remember
okay.
where I put
I
it.
never got too into the culture of Tumblr because I never understood how to properly interact with people in Tumblr, but I feel like Ask blogs are so fun.
They
Or
are.
where,
I
I
worked
don't
so
know.
hard on
They're
this
such a
as a
great
blog. Look
idea.
at it though.
Could also make an
I-
Ask blog of Twitter, I
Oh
guess.
my god.
Well, yeah, I think.
No, I don't know if that's something.
I mean,
Twitter
it's a
do.
little harder because like Twitter doesn't have that feature that Tumblr has that let you submit questions to an account.
I mean, you can just
Okay,
write
now
comments,
this is
so-
a fascinating fandom.
Oh my god, that has so much art.
Yeah, I took several days to do that like header thing with all the characters, and like it's all the OG characters and a few new ones. Most all the new ones like are on the left.
Yeah, I didn't recognize those.
I do like a lot about Tumblr that it's so customizable.
Yeah, you can see all the characters in the character and information thing, just like. But it's on alternate universe, so I just created info for them and stuff in there. It was really fun. I had a lot of fun making it, but I'm just sad it kind of fell through.
Oh,
I had plans. I had great plans for it. There was gonna be a purple guy reveal and stuff. It was all before
Oh,
all the.
I'm getting really nostalgic for my brief Tumblr years now. Just looking at this. This is really fun. This
Tumblr
is
used to
great.
be fun. But
I
I'm
never
not- I'm
made
not
one,
gonna
but I was
pretend.
super into looking at like Danganronpa Tumblrs and
Oh,
Homestuck
Danganronpa, yeah.
fan, stuff.
The Danganronpa fandom was just so weird for me because like
Yeah.
it's like Danganronpa is like games where like teenagers get murdered, and yet like that was like my first instance of like meeting like super what's it called, like sensitive people, It's like with all the trigger tags and all the don't do this, don't do
no.
that. And it's just like, but you're in a fandom where teenagers get killed in gruesome and horrible ways, and yet you're so sensitive to all these things. It was so weird to me.
Maybe they use the game to cope with it. Maybe it's like a dealing with thing.
Yeah, I mean, they would roleplay, they would make their own characters and roleplay. And so, like, it was like, I had a lot of fun in that fandom, but I felt like I had to leave at some point because I didn't want to step on people's toes by accident. It's just too much drama. It's just like a lot of drama happened. Just like, oh, this person said this person said that, and they did this. Oh, they're horrible. It's just like it was like the beginning of like the end. I guess.
Oh no!
It was like the beginning of the
think...
culture that's kind of very prevalent now on Twitter and stuff. It's just the whole call out culture, I guess.
Mage, do you think it was because it was Tumblr, and Tumblr was like very, I don't know how to say it.
I don't want
to like that in specific.
Yeah, I can't blame Tumblr. It's not Tumblr didn't say like, now okay guys, you do this now. It's just like the people.
I feel like that's the culture that kind of
the people who used Tumblr just sort of began this culture, and it spread, and that's there is to it.
It kind of makes sense that Twitter now is like that because now that Tumblr died, kind of everyone just came to Twitter. Yeah. And it feels a bit more intense lately.
Yeah, sadly.
Mage.
Hello?
So was it just Danganronpa 1 and 2, or did you ever play the third game? Because I only got around to the third game like last year, and I loved it so much.
I actually haven't played the games. I just read playthroughs. they weren't. I couldn't watch the playthroughs. They weren't like videos. It was just that early on in the fandom that people took screenshots of the game and they like subtitled it and then like they posted like dialogue on like Tumblr blogs, and I read through it rather than watching a playthrough or something.
That's how I read like half a Root of Fate's Day and Night. There are like pages that still do that.
Yeah, I finished reading the first one, and I caught up. Like, they were in the middle of translating the second one when I was still into it in Danganronpa, and I think I did finish reading the second one, but the third one was a bit after I got out of the fandom, so I never got
that's what I figured, because the third one came out quite later.
Yeah.
Like, I got into it when they released 1 and 2. Not 1 and 2. When they released the first one on Vita, they did like the remake thing, and then they released the second one like a year later. That's when I got into it a lot. But that's because I sort of ignored the third one when it came out. But I played it last year, and it's really, really good. Like, just they really spent their time making it much bigger and more flashy and impressive, and it like all of every visual aspect is so much cooler, especially the menus and the UI and the graphic design. It's super fun. So I would highly recommend it if you're curious about how they wrap up this story and finish everything off. It's really satisfying. It's really fun. Best one of the three, in my opinion.
Oh, okay, I'm glad. I am curious about it. I just never got around to it. There's a lot of stuff to do.
Yeah. Oh my god. I also played the spin-off.
I haven't played it. I just know the scene. It's one of my favorite scenes.
It was not a very good game. You can skip it.
I heard.
Anyway, that's enough out of me.
So you did a bunch of Tumblr blogs and things, and then when did YouTube came into being?
Ponies.
I didn't want to say it, but yeah. What?
Why not? Pony's good.
Yeah.
I mean, I had YouTube accounts before that, but around the time I got into ponies, a little bit before, I was kind of a bit sick and tired of just sort of floating through sites with different names and stuff. I wanted to create a name for myself that would stick. And I went with Mage because I always play Mage in role-playing games and fantasy games, and I thought, that's never gonna change. I like mages and I like magic, and so it's a simple enough name. of course, you can never sign up and be mage to any site or game because it's always taken.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
The Lethal Aurora part comes from me playing City of Heroes. It was an old game. Like, it was really cool. I loved it so much. Like, the customization at that time was amazing. I mean, it still is. It would still hold up if the game was around. There are private servers, but like in itself, it doesn't exist technically. But yeah, I made a superhero called Lethal Aurora. I just came up with the name, and she was like a really cool, spooky, demon-looking lady, but she was a hero.
Oh, hell yes.
Yeah, I might be able to scrounge up a screenshot of if I could.
Ooh, that would be very tasty.
Yeah,
Old
it might
art,
take me a bit,
yes.
but yeah. Yeah, so like, I made Lethal Aurora, and I made my DeviantArt account called it Lethal Aurora, and after that I, created the whole mage thing. And when I made my YouTube channel, I just mushed the two together, Lethal Aurora Mage, and there we go. And after a while, I changed my DeviantArt name to Lethal Aurora Mage because it made sense to do so.
Oh, you became like a DeviantArt supporter to change your name.
Yeah, I think
That's
so.
not
I
possible
did. Yeah.
normally. I will always be a fan of for your guys on DeviantArt. I can't change it back because I'm not gonna give them money for changing my name. And on your DeviantArt, I found like a little backstory thing where you explain like the characters Lethal and Aurora and like Mage and what they're. It didn't really get what that part of the lore. What exactly was that?
Gosh, it's been forever. So Mage is sort of like my avatar. So technically, she shouldn't or doesn't have a backstory, but like people like having backstories, and because I had like made the pony videos and I made the whole Lethal Halloween video, I sort of came up with the thing. Lethal Aurora is sort of like, she's not necessarily an evil side. She is an entity on its own, but she originates from Mage. She's sort of like, the idea was like the sort of like childish innocence and whatever got corrupted by hatred and jadedness, I guess.
The frisk
Yeah.
to her Kara, if I may.
It was before if it was before
I know,
Undertale.
I know, I'm just
no,
teasing you.
no, not allowed. But yeah, it's and I had a story in my head about the whole thing. It's kind of confusing, and I don't really want to get into it much. But yeah, basically, Mage and Lethal Aurora, back when she was just Aurora, they sort of got along as a child and her imagination does. But Mage got into her teen years, and she got upset with things and angry at the world, and lost the innocence of the and the creativity of a child, and she got haunted by bad thoughts, mean thoughts, wanting for people to get hurt and stuff like that because she was hurting. And Aurora, being an entity on her own, she wanted to protect Mage, so she took all the negativity into herself, but she also got trapped by it. But when Mage sort of had her mind cleared of all those bad thoughts, she forgot Aurora existed. Kind of like how you forget your imaginary friends in a way. So Aurora got trapped for many, many years in that hatred to the point of going insane. Therefore, when she broke out, she was Lethal Aurora, and all she could think about was doing all the bad things that all the thoughts kept repeating over and over again for many years. But yeah, Mage eventually made peace with Lethal Aurora, so they merged into one, so Mage accepted that Lethal Aurora was part of her, even if she didn't want to face it. She didn't want to admit, there are like bad parts about her. So she accepted that side of herself, and they became one. Yeah.
Frantically rewriting my fan fictions.
Frantically rewriting the entire dating sim.
Oh no.
That's gonna be alright.
It'll be awesome. Yeah. still, that was pretty cool. It's surprising how much depth you put into a character that I think most people don't even know is something different from your normal mage.
Yeah, I mean, she doesn't have to be, and I don't mind. She's mostly just an avatar for me because I don't want to show my face to people. So it's fine. People don't have to know, but now they do, I guess.
Having like a drawn avatar character instead of showing my face was a thing that I got from you. Around a year ago, I made the NeverPaint character, and I think I stole the horns from you.
God, that was a year ago?
That was a year ago.
Ah! What? No! Sorry, continue.
What's so bad about that?
It's just time. Oh, there we go, I found it.
Way longer.
I found the screenshot of how she looked like the first lethal Aurora to ever exist.
Whoa, she's so edgy.
Full edge, yeah.
Soul metal.
Oh my god.
She is Venom.
No.
Look at that literal bondage armor. That's really silly.
So cool.
Skull belt.
I love this.
This is so funny. I can't looking at this and then at your profile pictures. It's the best.
I like edgy things, but I also like cute soft things.
Yeah, same.
Very
Like that
relatable.
juxtaposition.
Ponies. What happened there?
Oh yeah, ponies. I liked the show, and I liked making ponies. So I made ponies, and I made pony content, and I got into the fandom, and they were quite nice and welcoming, and it was really fun, for a while, up until people sort of I don't know what exactly changed, but the way people treated me, it was always nice. People always liked me, so I can't fault them. But the thing is, it felt very shallow in how people interacted with me. They liked me because I was
could
liked.
Totally see that.
Yeah, they liked me because I was liked, and I mean, I was always nice to people. I didn't force myself to be nice. I was just myself. At the same time, it's very, very vapid conversation sometimes. I used to do this thing called boop or touch face.
Oh.
And whenever people who didn't know me too much would see me in a Skype group or something, it's like, hey, it's Mage, touch face. And I'm like,
Ooh.
yeah, that's what I do.
That's the one thing I made. That's the impact that everyone remembers. I recently found, I'm not sure who linked it, but I found a little game on DeviantArt with a flash game of your OC and some of your friends, and you made a little touch face thing when you clicked on it.
Yeah, I did that. Yeah,
that was pretty cool.
It was. I mean, I didn't make the game. It's just you could customize the game to do that.
Yeah, but still, I was still impressed.
Yeah, it was cute. It was a fun little thing. It didn't take me too long. But yeah. So with the ponies, and they were kind of hypocrites in a way. Not all of them, of course, but a lot of the people, because that's where I met my boyfriend, and he wasn't very liked, and people were never charitable to him, with
Wait, so you met him through Pony?
Yeah,
that's pretty cool.
I know.
He was a pony guy.
He's named Biter75. He used to do a podcast with ANY, the Crepuscular Ponies Discuss. And he always had very different opinions from everyone. He wasn't afraid to give critique or criticize the show and stuff. And the show was good. It wasn't perfect though, and I can see his issues with it. But people would dismiss him or dislike him for the fact that he didn't like the show or the episode the way they did,
But
Ah.
like,
And yeah,
criticizing something you like doesn't mean that you don't like
Yeah.
it anymore.
yeah, I know. Like, I love Dragon Age, and I also love watching videos where people tell me what's wrong with Dragon Age. It's, for me personally, it's just more content about the thing I like, and a
Yeah.
perspective I haven't considered before.
Well,
So,
we all know the pony fandom didn't work that way.
but yeah, it's, yeah. Sadly, you had to be nice and like things, or you're gonna get shunned.
You could get shot. Bang.
Shunned. But yeah, so much for love and tolerate. The people liked touting that line, but they weren't like that. No, they were very
Yeah, you
hypocritical. They
couldn't,
would,
nobody could ruin the vibes, I guess.
yeah, they like pretending they were nice, but they weren't. Like, it was very interesting. Like, because I was in a unique position to sort of like, because I was with him, I got to see how people treated me and how people treated him during the same
Okay.
circumstances. So I could
Oh,
see the
no.
hypocrisy under the surface. For instance, like, there used to be like this Rift Cafe, and they needed mods because a lot of the mods were sometimes biased, sometimes inactive. They didn't do the job right. Not all of the time. Some of them did it okay, but they needed mods. And Biter did, volunteer several times, and I think he would have generally been a good mod because he's very neutral towards anyone. There's no biases towards anyone. Not even me. I wouldn't expect him to be biased towards me. He's not that kind of person. But yeah, that's the thing though. Like, because he didn't have any sort of weird alliances or people he liked or disliked more than others, he would have been a good mod because true neutral. And
Yeah.
he could judge situations with a clear head and such. He often, whenever he would put input on a dilemma and stuff like that, I would see it as correct. But they never really acknowledged his attempts, nor like it would sometimes tell him to wait or we'll consider it, but would just dismiss him and never really get back to him. And then like one time I decided to see like, hey, what if they let me be mod? And I asked, hey, can I be mod since you guys need mods? And within a week or two, I became mod.
Ah, that's
all,
super
that's just how
shady.
it works.
Yeah,
That's
I mean,
just how it works.
I mean, there was proper discussion about like, why I should or shouldn't, and we're voting and stuff. But the thing is, they actually, took initiative and asked people around. Like, they took the offer and they went around and they asked people, took polls, took questions, and just like, yeah, okay, different time zone, and she's liked, and we think she's gonna be a good mod. And, yeah, okay, you're a mod now. Never did that for Biter. And it persisted not just with the mod role. It persisted for like everything. They never really considered him. And
That's really
That's
sucks.
mean.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's again, it's not everyone. Not everyone was in the Rift Cafe, and a lot of people who were in the Rift Cafe, they weren't too active. So I don't want to blame absolutely everyone who was in the fandom, but that's the feel I kind of left with. And I didn't want to be part of that anymore, so I just sort of left. The show itself also was going into a different direction than I wanted it to. But instead of making a big stink about it, I was like, it's fine. It's becoming what it is. I don't care so much about it anymore. I don't want to make content about it anymore. So I'm just gonna gracefully leave. And I did.
Did you like announce it that you would go away?
I think I
Or
did.
did it just, like,
Surprising,
stop
I didn't
making
have
videos
too
about
much backlash. A lot of people did get a lot of backlash for leaving the fandom. I did not. And people were sad to see me go, but they were like, that's fine.
Yeah. Are your pony videos still up, or is it, I only found
They are
a few.
unlisted, but they are on a playlist on my channel.
Ah,
I don't want them
okay.
to appear on my channel, but I mean, there's no reason for me to remove them. I'm not too embarrassed, but a little embarrassed, but
Yeah,
internet
but they
never
don't bring
forgets.
you. They don't
So-
bring you bad
you
feelings.
you did hide them. You did hide the pony videos.
I made them unlisted,
Not
but they're
all of them.
still on a playlist on my channel. So if you were to look at the
I know,
playlist,
I'm just teasing.
I mean, I watched your headcanon video about Earth Pony Magic today.
There was a mistake in that video that I never
Wanna
told
correct it?
anyone. I think like it's just one scene that I mentioned about the earth ponies where the honestly I don't remember the detail exactly. It's just one scene I got incorrectly. But like it doesn't take away from the point I was making. It's just the scene was wrong. And that's basically it. I don't remember which scene was which anymore.
I do
It's
like
been
the
too
idea
long.
that the ponies can like use their hair magically to hold stuff because they can't hold up stuff with their horns because they don't have horns. They don't have magic.
Yeah. I mean, they somehow have sticky hooves.
Yeah.
No, I mean, I don't know if they're sticky or not, but they can hold
They're
things
just
with their hooves
magnets.
somehow.
It's like a toy.
Yeah,
It's like a
It's,
magnet.
it's just
Could you
Powerpuff Girls
imagine
rules.
instead of a horseshoe, it's like a horseshoe magnet that they have on the.
What do you mean? Horseshoe is already
Like that
metal.
shit.
You just have to like
And
magnetize it.
they also hold things with their mouths, which seems very inconvenient.
Yeah.
How do you build a barn by holding a hammer with your face?
By asking the superior race, the unicorns, to help out.
Unicorns, master race.
Wait, how do unicorns do it though? They also don't have hands.
Magic.
Oh yeah,
Levitation.
yeah. I confused unicorns with Pegasus.
They have wings.
Yeah, but they can't hold something while they fly.
I think they can hold things with their wings. I don't know how that makes sense. I didn't create the show. Don't ask me.
I like how the biggest perk in this world, like one of the biggest magical powers you can have, besides the powers to move clouds and make crops grow, it's to just hold things.
Yeah, to have a thumb.
the equivalent of having thumbs.
I mean, thumbs is what made humans conquer the earth.
Yes. We
That's-
should be all more appreciative to thumbs.
Yeah. Horses
Can't
didn't
wait
win.
for
No,
rats to
no,
take
I'm cutting
over.
my thumb off right now. Fuck you guys.
No.
Don't do it. You can't draw anymore. You can't.
You're right. You're right.
I mean, I guess.
Big mistake.
I guess you can somehow.
I mean, some people draw
I mean,
with their feet.
Yeah, that's what I was
yeah.
going to say. But yeah.
I've played Katawa Shoujo.
Wait. What's next?
So,
It's a visual novel about dating girls with different illnesses or crippling cripple things. And one of the girls doesn't have arms, so she paints with her legs and her feet. And she's an artist girl. She's pretty cool. Anyway, I've talked about this before on the show. It's a fun game.
oh no, NeverPaint died.
Oh no. NeverPaint, come back. We
We
miss
have
you.
more questions, right?
Revive NeverPaint.
Wait, why did I die? Did I die?
You
Yeah,
cut
you-
off
Oh, did I?
for a
did
long
I die?
time.
Oh,
Oh no.
I see.
Oh no.
Oh,
I was
no.
talking to nobody, I think.
Oh no.
NeverPaint was also talking to nobody. It's fine.
Hell yeah. Alex,
But
have a
anyways,
field day with this one.
I wasn't talking though. That's why I'm confused.
Oh, okay. So
I was just listening.
It sounded like someone started talking and then got cut off.
I think I just
Yeah.
cut myself off.
I think I was just
Oh, no.
wondering.
Yeah, I thought NeverPaint asked me about what game I was talking about, and I was explaining the game. But yeah.
But yeah, Mage, so you left the pony fandom and lately you haven't been doing that much art related, like you have your comics and all, but you're not very active. Do you have any plans for the future? To do more
Stardew
stuff?
Valley.
Stardew Valley. Play more Stardew Valley, yes.
Hell yes.
I
Mage
have my-
Stardew Valley streams, please.
I have the secret project I'm working on that I can't talk
Ooh.
about.
Exciting.
Yeah. I was considering maybe doing a let's play of something sometime maybe.
Why not?
Maybe come
Sounds
back
fun.
to
Stardew Valley
animation memes.
streams.
Maybe not streams, but yeah. I want to get back to animation memes or do like some animation here and there or animatics.
I
or
did
something.
see those, and they were really cool and impressive. I had no clue you could animate. You should really publicize that more and market yourself as an animator as well as
No.
an artist, because you did a good job.
Thank you. But
Yeah,
the animations, no, I'm really, really amateur. Like most of my animations were made with like Paint Tool Sai, which is not an animation program, and it's a lot of stupidly hard work.
I mean, there wasn't a lot of animation in them, but there was a lot of cool shots and a lot of fun editing. Like, that still counts.
Yeah, you can
it's-
always just like animate on Clip Studio. Doesn't it have like an animation feature now?
It
think
does.
so. I like Sai though. I'm really bad at moving on to a different program. Sai is just where I'm at, and I can't. It's other.
I'm married to Photoshop, but I really want to try Clip Studio. It seems pretty cool.
Other programs don't have the one thing that like Sai has that I use, stabilizer. I mean, they have stabilizers, but not quite the ones Sai has, and I can't. It's really not fun to draw without them. Oh, holy shit!
Oh,
There's a
no.
spider on my desk. Hello, spider.
Oh,
Hey,
friend.
spider! What kind of
Oh,
spider
it's
is
so-
it?
It's tiny. It's like a daddy long legs, but it's like an actual spider.
Oh, neat.
Aw.
I like that you know the difference.
There's like 3 different daddy long legs. There's like a spider, a not spider, and a not spider that flies.
Wait, the flying one is something very different.
Oh yeah, but like people still call it daddy long legs.
Oh, interesting. Like we don't,
Mm.
we only have one name for the not spider-like.
I had an amazing joke and I disconnected right at the worst moment.
Oh,
I was gonna
no.
say, Mage, it's time to switch size.
Oh, I get it.
Damn.
Never.
Anyway, something about stabilizer. I like stabilizer. I use it a lot.
I like stabilizer.
Yeah.
I don't use them. I really hate the idea of programs fucking with my lines. Sometimes you want the line to be fucked and they don't understand that.
Well,
I-
You can turn it on and off.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's-
but I
I'm
really
varying
enjoy
with
not
I'm
not
varying the
using a
stabilizer like I
stabilizer.
vary my brush size like constantly.
Yeah.
Yeah, same. I use different.
I like my women like I like my stabilizer. I don't know where that's going.
I use different stabilizers for different parts of the drawing process. For instance, for like for sketches, I use a stabilizer inside that's called S1. For line art, I do an S5 or an S6 if I need to. And for coloring, I usually have like for shading rather, I use an S3.
So they have
And-
different kind of stabilizers.
Is the number just how intense they are, or
Yeah,
I believe
kind
it is.
of.
Yeah, I believe
Yeah,
it is.
yeah, but
inside.
like they're like the S ones are different from just the numbered ones. I can't explain what the difference is, but when I draw it, it makes the whole world
okay, so
of
it's
a difference.
it's a different effect, basically.
Yeah. Like
okay.
S5 and S6 are like super strong, and a lot of people wouldn't be able to draw in it, and I wouldn't be able to sketch in it because I just moved
Wouldn't
too
be able
fast.
to handle their sheer power.
No, it's just whenever I recommend it to people, they're like, "How do you draw with this?" And I'm like, "I don't draw. I line art with this. That's why my lines are smooth."
Yeah. No, I completely agree.
Yeah.
It's not about drawing more so than like convincing the computer to follow where you want it to go.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
it doesn't feel like using real paper at all, but it also looks really good in the end.
Yeah, my hand is a little bit trembly from time to time, so I like the stabilizers. They help me.
Same.
Yeah. It's just I have been trying to do with like easier stabilizers, like the ones they don't affect my art too much, but it's not going too good, but I'm trying to adapt. I'm too old for this. I'm 20.
Oh.
I'm,
You're
I'm-
never too old, Mage.
I'm
You
too
can
old
do
to
it.
learn new
started-
things. I'm an old dog. No
You're
new
not too
tricks.
old if you started with twin. If you start your age with twin, you're not too old.
No, I'm too old.
You aren't even told if you
Ah.
start your age with Thur. Thur's also pretty young.
Not
I mean,
everyone else.
39.
You can start whenever you want.
Yeah.
Follow your dreams. For
Yeah.
me personally, no, I'm dead. I'm dead. Goodbye.
No.
Counts for everyone except for you.
R.I.P. Mage.
I'm sure it will
Okay,
be
so
cool.
there's
I'm looking
there's
forward to that
cool
secret project.
comic projects in the future. Then
Not
I'm excited.
Not
not comics. I don't know. I'm not making any solid plans because I end up disappointing myself, so I'm just gonna go
Oh,
where the
okay.
wind takes me. Basically.
Where's
Okay, I'll let it be a
Where the
secret. Then I
winds of
won't ask
fate may
anymore.
lead us.
where's
Yeah, I mean,
where's Love and
other than
Love
the secret-
Mage? Where is it?
Other, where's what?
Where's Love and Love? You
Oh,
can't.
love and love. Oh God, it's gonna be 2 years soon. Oh, I need to draw more. I love my boys. I love Adelram. He's such a little shit. I want to
Yes.
draw more of him.
He is the
He's
coolest.
small and he's angry, and I love.
Just
he's
angry
Very
so
at everyone.
small.
relatable. It's just me.
He's like he doesn't.
He's also pink.
He is,
Oh,
and he
hell
likes
yeah.
pink, and he'll kick your butt if you tease him for liking pink.
I'm gonna tease him, but I like pink just as much as him, and that's the joke. But I will do it.
He likes cute. He likes cute pink things, cute soft pink things. He's small. He doesn't even reach 5 feet tall. He's like 4'10", I think, or 4'11".
Oh my god, that's so short.
He is very short. He is,
Ooh,
and
pat
he's
on
gonna
the head.
fight.
Pat,
He's
pat.
gonna fight. He's
Nice. He's gonna
And
receive head pats like a good boy.
and his friend though
He's
is
even
like
closer
6'2".
to hell than me.
His friend is 6'2". His friend can just pick him up.
Whoa.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
Height
that's
difference
ideal.
is so nice.
I love them.
Yes,
they're great.
agreed.
They're good. They're so like the big boy, the big friend. He's very wholesome. He's very nice. He's very sweet. And small is very angry. And so big friend can like scoop him up and just hug him and consume him in a hug.
Is it just asterisk and obelix?
No.
What a comparison.
No. Oh, the spider's
Yeah.
moving. Spider, where are you going? What's your journey? Do not come near me.
Oh no.
Do-
She will come near you to cuddle you.
No, I don't. The thing is, like, I don't particularly like these spiders. It's a small one, so I'm not too freaked out. But it's also so small, I can't really pick it up without, like, endangering it, so I don't know what to do.
I see.
Just like put a piece of paper in front of it and let it like climb over and then
I'm
let
probably
it
gonna
go
yeah,
inside.
I'm probably gonna do that when we end, but he keeps going. Stop going. Just go rest.
Just,
Go
just
sleep.
for
Go
break.
sleep.
He's just gotta go fast. He can't
he-
stop.
He's in. No, don't go into my mug. Okay, he fell from the mug. No, he's
Oh,
going back
no.
into the mug. No.
Very very engaged.
Give it a name. Give it a name before he dies in the Nuzlocke.
Rudolph.
Ah, beautiful.
Rudolph, no.
Yes.
Great
Oh
name.
gosh, it's very.
Now the
cute,
emotional
though.
damage will be even stronger.
No,
Oh,
the mug is
no.
empty, so it's okay. He's not in any danger. But I think he's trying to
Or
make.
so you think.
I think
have
it's
loneliness.
trying to make a spider web because it looks like he's like going back and forth with a little spider web behind him. Oh, no,
he's
I
trying to
lost
find
him.
his spot.
Where did he go?
no.
I lost him. Oh no. Okay, no, but the biggest danger. Oh, there he is. The biggest danger for him is my cat.
This is a good tangent.
I'm sorry. It's just a cute little spider just going around.
No,
my
perfect.
table, just
Just
on a
But
little
wasn't
adventure.
being sarcastic.
Do tell me about your cat, please. I want to know. He's so cute.
No, he's just asleep. He is asleep on the guest bed, but that is the cat's bed now.
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
What's their name?
his name is Lullaby, but we call him Lulu for short.
Oh, that's
Aw.
amazing.
Oh, that's adorable.
That's so cute.
Thank
I
you.
love it.
We have various nicknames for him though, so we rarely get to call him Lulu. At least I call him Lulu from time to time, but it's it's not often.
La La Land.
Lulu, but yeah, it's like we call him Cat, the boy, the small boy, the child,
The boy.
yes,
Lulu.
the snook, snook.
The snook.
Yeah.
Oh,
I like saying whenever he like sneaks into the room, I say he snucked in. The snucked in.
oh my god. I need a cat.
You do.
Get one.
Agree. I'm so sad every day that my cat had to stay back at my dad's home and I can't bring it with me.
I love.
I don't
love
think
cats.
I told this to Seika, but I didn't tell it to the rest of you guys. On the day of Three Kings, on the 6th of January, we were walking back home for lunch, and there was this tiny, like super young kitty who was shivering and started following me home, and it followed me to the door of the hotel, and I was patting it, and it was like rubbing up against my legs and my hands. So like me and my grandma made a little bowl for him with some bread and some milk, and like the bread mushes up with the milk, and it's easy for them to eat. And he ate it all, and he just spent the next like 3 to 4 hours waiting by the door, meowing every couple minutes, waiting to like be let in. But we couldn't possibly keep him because we can't keep animals in the hotel, and we weren't gonna bring him back home. But like
this story is way
I
more
would just-
heartbreaking, like when you hear it instead of reading it in text.
I was like taking breaks from lunch to go see him and pet him. It was like his fur was really beautiful because he was like gray and green and like brown, gray and green and striped. I don't know what
Green.
That's like
I don't know what I would
that's the
call
most
it.
common skin. Like,
I
of
don't
cats.
think cats are green, but okay.
Yes,
Yeah.
they are.
Yeah, like
They
a
are.
cocky green, like a cocky green.
It's like at
let
least
me-
at least here
Also
like
like
most
a
cats
tan
look like
color.
that, like a little tiger, like with grayish green and stripes.
Yeah,
That's pretty
yeah.
common.
It's cute though. So cute.
Yeah.
Also, I'm
Anyway,
I'm
he was
surprised.
so cute and tiny, and I loved him so much, and I'm so sad that we had to leave him behind.
I'm surprised that you
Oh, no.
dared to touch him because like you don't really do that with like stray cats. Just
It was so
he was
cute.
just a baby.
It was baby.
It was
Oh,
so cute.
no, I mean
I'm so
I mean they have all kinds of sicknesses when they don't have an
Yeah,
owner.
yeah. I
I
usually.
know,
Not
but
supposed to.
I usually
I'm,
wash my
I'm
hands
not the most
after
responsible
petting a wild
person
cat.
sometimes, okay? Sometimes I make bad decisions.
Who can resist though? It's a cute little
I mean,
baby
I'll
kitty.
gladly die to pet a stray cat.
Yes.
Don't mind me.
I whenever I get to pet a cat, when I go back home, the first thing to do is I wash my hands instead of touching anything. So you know.
I mean,
Good.
dying after petting a cat sounds like a win-win to me.
Aw,
Just
cats
want to
are
make
so
sure that
cute.
everyone is safe.
I really hope the baby boy is safe though.
Yeah, same.
Oh, poor thing. He just wanted a home. No, I'm sad. You made me sad. Now I'm hurting.
I'm
on the
sorry.
inside.
Oh, no,
Same
I'm sorry.
age. I'm sad for the second time because of this story.
No, but hear me out. I was sharing my sadness, so we could. I had to work through this. These were some
I hope your
issues that you guys have
family-
helped me
Yeah.
deal with.
I hope your family adopts it.
They won't, but I will adopt
Aw.
one once I get my own place. Somewhat soon, maybe in the next year. By the way, I've been thinking about this. I really want to move out soon. Probably when I finish university, I really want to move out and get a cat.
Where it
and
makes
get my own
sense.
place.
Get a kitty. I love
Yeah.
cats. I love them so much. I like
Cats
I like
are
how
the best.
yeah I like
What-
how my cat
Mage,
is just like a
No, sorry,
what?
I didn't want to interrupt.
no, it's just like I like how my cat is a reflection of me and my boyfriend. It's just like
Aw.
a cat version of us.
He's baby. He's
He
your
is
baby.
He is baby. But yeah, you were saying?
I was going to ask, what's your favorite animal?
I love animals just in general. It would be hard to choose, but I am biased towards cats because I have a pet cat and he's my baby, so of course. But in general,
love
I just love-
felines in general, and I love
Ye-
all animals. But lately, I just have this strange, intense passion for all the animals that eat trash. So raccoons and possums and rats are my babies.
I wonder why. I wonder why you feel this strange kinship with goblins of the
know.
night who
It's
look
trash.
for trash.
Oh, I hate kinship as well. I got a onesie for Christmas, and I assume my gremlin gear when I put it on.
Oh hell yeah!
Oh, that's two goblins we have on the podcast now.
I'm a gremlin.
Hell yeah!
Uh,
Gremlin
I really like
squad.
jellyfish. jellyfish and octopi
Yeah, yeah.
and like owls. Those are my favorite
Owls.
animals.
My
I
boyfriend
mean,
likes
interesting.
owls. They cool.
Octopus and jellyfish are really cool, but you can't pet
Ooh, and
them.
coral. Coral is really cool too. I really
You
like
can't
coral.
also
Need to
pet
them.
This
coral.
coral.
Octopi are too smart. They're scary.
Yeah.
Yes.
I like them though.
Well, that's
Like
that's
that,
why I
but
like them. I can respect them. I see a dog. I think like he hasn't earned my respect. An octopus.
Hey.
Yeah, that guy's pretty neat.
I
And, like,
get that, but
owls
also
look like they wear glasses, so they also deserve my respect.
Also, octopi will overpower the human civilization one day. They will become too intelligent, and they have too many arms. There's too many
that's
arms.
the plot
Lemon.
of Splatoon. That's the plot of Splatoon. NeverPaint. That's
really?
literally the plot of Splatoon.
Okay. I remember
We look down on
I
ponies
saw-
because they don't have thumbs, but one day octopus will come
They
with their
had like
superior limbs.
they had like a fictional, like scientific documentary once about future after mankind, and they like thought about in what way the animals we have today would evolve after humans are gone, and like the main species on Earth was like the octopi, and they had like little octopi monkeys that were like in the trees, and like giant octopi that roamed the land. Was cool.
It's just like the Netflix Godzilla movie, but it's solo octopi.
Yes, probably. I haven't seen the Netflix Godzilla movie. Do you mean
all
the
you
anime?
need
I
to
was
know
gonna
is that
watch the
everything
Netflix
becomes
Godzilla movie,
Godzilla.
and then I was like, it's just an anime of Godzilla.
Well, yeah,
and
duh.
the whole appeal of Godzilla for me is seeing the big guy in the suit,
Puppet, yeah.
or yeah. So like it just loses all of its charm
But
somehow.
you like Gridman though, isn't that the same thing?
But that was Trigger.
Okay.
When I see Trigger, I'm like, all bets are off. I'm gonna enjoy how everything moves.
Where are we? What happened?
We are on a podcast. Hello.
Oh,
This is
hey.
Mage.
Hey, Mage. Glad to meet you. You know, like, also a year ago, I talked to the first person on the internet in a voice chat, and it was you, Mage. Actually.
Oh, I'm honored.
Such a honor, yeah.
I somehow got into your Discord server, and like there's just a voice call going on a few days after Christmas. It was you and some other guy, and don't remember who it was. But yeah. And I was like on my phone, I didn't have a microphone, and my voice was like trembling and it was shivering because people from the internet.
Aw.
Oh no. And look how far you've come.
Mage.
Now you're on a podcast.
Yeah,
Hell
only
yeah.
a year later.
Yeah.
Look, here we are in the future.
The baby boy growing up.
Yeah, Steven Universe. Mage.
E.
Mage.
Hello. Eat this up.
You know, you're our esteemed guest and all that, but this really was just a ploy for me to be able to go into your Discord server. Can I please go into your Discord server? All of my friends are there. But I'm not there, and I
Sure.
feel left out, and
Aw.
I want to go in.
Oh, your friends could have asked on your behalf. I would have been more than happy.
That's
to
what
give
I
you-
said him like
Yeah,
2
but
hours
this is
ago.
more powerful. This is more direct.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
aiming for the head.
Nice.
And also send one to Asha,
E.
because she's asking too, but she's quiet.
Sorry.
No, it's
Just
okay.
just move close to the mic again.
There we go. It's gonna expire
Okay.
in 12 hours, so hurry.
Yay! It's finally here.
You're gonna. Oh, I sent specifically to the Meavery. Oh no.
Okay, the podcast is
Great.
over. I've done it. I've made it to the Holy Grail.
No, not actually.
No. We still have too many questions, dude.
Yeah. Mage, I'm curious. I heard somewhere that you watched German cartoons when you were little.
Yes, I did.
I'm curious because I'm from Germany and I also watch German cartoons. What did you watch?
No,
What
it
a
was.
coincidence.
It wasn't like German cartoons. They were anime. It was like
Oh.
RTL 2, the channel.
Yeah,
And they had
yeah,
like
I
anime
see.
from like 2 to 6. So it was
Oh,
like
hell yeah.
that's where I watched Pokemon, Digimon, Yu-Gi-Oh, Sailor Moon. Monster Rancher,
all the
Ooh, I
Wedding-
watch Monster Rancher.
Wedding Peach. What else? There's a lot of enemies. It's just a lot of enemy. That little like Flint the Time Detective. There were just so many animes. It was my favorite channel because anime was just like the best thing for me. I hated the episodic cartoons of the West. Not all of them,
Same.
but just
I remember being a baby and being super
Yeah.
into Inuyasha and Ranma 1/2.
yeah.
And Yu Yu Hakusho.
When I got introduced to anime, it's just like I never turned back. I don't remember what my first anime was, but it was definitely like one of them was definitely Dragon Ball. Dragon Ball, the original Dragon Ball, then Dragon Ball Z later. Also, like one I remember on the Lithuanian channel was Shinzo. Of all the weird animes for them to air, just like this weird obscure one called Shinzo. It was such an interesting thing. Like it was about like this guy he in like a fantasy land or whatever. He saves this girl. And they go on a journey, and then like timey-wimey stuff happened, and he has to he lost her.
I get the reference.
Yeah. He lost her, and then he goes back in time and has to redo the whole journey again, except like instead of the original girl, it's some other girl now, and he has to, with her help, recover the original girl. And it's so confusing. I don't understand. But yeah.
I'm
Seems
looking at
confusing
Google
for a child.
pictures right now. This is very, very old-timey. Is this like 90s? Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. It's one of the first animes I watched, so yeah. Oh, one of the first animes I watched that I absolutely loved.
Oh wait, no, it's 2000s actually. That explains the weirdly digital look.
Okay.
Ooh, this looks cool. I like
yeah.
I like the look of this.
It's like it is. It's like they transformed into these really cute, cool looking guys. So I can't complain.
Wait.
Yeah.
The purple guy
Wait.
though.
I remember. Oh, I think I briefly saw like 5 or 6 episodes of this at one point. Oh, I remember some of these characters.
Yeah.
Oh, this is so weird. Oh, my brain. Ah.
One
Oh
of
my
the animes
God.
I used to. Oh, also, what was it called? Candidate for Goddess was also an anime.
Oh yes. I used to love that one when I was like 9 or 10.
Can someone explain why there's a cat girl in space? She's like the
I
only
don't
one.
know, but I loved her so much.
You guys remember this one?
She was Catgirl and she had pink hair. She was great.
Yeah. But it's like they never explained why.
Maybe she was just an alien. It's fine.
No, I don't remember this one. Oh, the original
I like
Hellsing.
this
I
one.
was way too young to watch it, but I watched it anyway. The original one, not the Hellsing Ultimate, not the one
Same.
people
I remember.
know.
Wait, did it also air on
watching the
RTL 2?
original Hellsing.
No,
when
I think it was
like...
Viva Anime.
Ah, okay. The thing is, RTL 2 is like the extremely influential channel for like the German anime community. Like the things that aired there are the things that everyone remembers. But they got rid of their anime blog a few years ago, and everyone is like sad and like nostalgic about it. But I know, and now it's just like a trashy reality TV channel for adults. And it kind of was before that too. Like outside of the anime blog, it was just like adult TV, and that's why I was never allowed to watch it, because like I only was allowed to watch like the 3 channels that were exclusively for children. Not that one.
My parents didn't know. We just randomly stumbled upon this channel, and it was like, oh, there's cartoons on it.
Even though
So I watched
it's not even your language, but just watch it.
Yeah. Just like I learned a little bit of German from it.
Yeah.
Honestly, most of the German I know is because I watched the animes.
Hell yeah. Very useful.
Yeah, I remember specifically learning the word delicious from Pokemon because I remember Meow saying Leka.
Lecker.
Yeah.
Delicious is a better word though. I think it's just
tasty,
sounds.
I
It
guess.
sounds more delicious.
Oh yeah, delicious. Yeah.
Umai! That's my favorite one. Especially the way Inferno Cop says it. That's a really good umai.
I like anime. Anime is good. I like anime.
Big agree.
What's your
We had the
favorite
same
anime?
conversation yesterday.
I'll
Yesterday
never
we were
stop.
having a lot of fun talking about anime, and we ended the conversation by saying, "I like anime." Same way.
It's a fundamental truth.
It is.
Yeah,
Who here has seen Double Decker?
I have not.
Not me.
I think.
well, you
still
have to.
I still have to
we
watch
do like
Tiger
a
and
watch
Bunny.
together in your server once?
Yes.
I
Yes.
think I
it's
saw
one-
like a little bit of it there.
Yeah, it's
What
one of
is
my
double?
favorites.
Let me look up Double Decker.
Double
Let me
Decker
see
anime.
what it was.
Doug and Kirill, because if you Google Double Decker, you're just gonna get the bus from England.
I literally just got the bus from England. I've been there. I should know better. Oh, this looks fun. I like
It
the
has
character
it has a
designs.
purple boy. It has a purple
It
boy.
does have a purple boy.
It's my
Lemon,
son.
let's
He's
watch
my
it together,
son.
Lemon.
It's just for
This looks fucking
It's
cool.
just-
Watch the
Double
dub,
Decker
please.
from
Watch the
Harry
dub.
Potter.
Do me a favor. Watch the dub, please. It's good. The dub is
You're-
good.
That's a big ask,
Yeah.
Mage, but I'll do it for you.
Please, like the announcer guy, like the whatever the guy face. He's just really good. All the voices are good. It's just really good.
These are some awesome character designs. I'm immediately interested.
They are. It's like,
Neat.
Do you
it's my
like
son.
do you like watch anime regularly or how?
Yes.
What do you do? Do you like keep up with seasonal stuff or do you watch
Sort of,
old?
kinda. My boyfriend checks out the seasonal animes, and then he reports to me which ones I might be
Ah.
interested in,
Okay.
and
Oh,
then we
that's
watch them.
great.
Yeah, and then we keep up with them.
I just had the sad realization today that I like haven't completed any anime that came out in 2019. I started like 5 or 6 or something, and
Watch Mob Psycho season 2, please.
I haven't
Oh,
I
it is
haven't
good.
seen season 1 though, so that doesn't count.
Watch Mob Psycho season 1 and then season 2,
Ah,
please.
Yeah, it's on my big list.
I don't even remember what I finished from last year. JoJo, Mob Psycho,
That's
was
all,
Starling in the Franxx last
that's
year.
all sequels.
From
Gridman.
last year, I think I only watched like JoJo, Doctor Stone, Promise Neverland, and I'm watching the new season of My Hero Academia now.
I'm so
Oh yeah,
tired
that's
of
also My Hero
macadamia.
Academia.
I'm tired of it. I'm tired. I'm
I
just
mean-
barely watching it, but like not enthusiastically.
I mean, I'm up to
Yeah.
date with the manga, and the manga gets really nice and really good later on.
I got
so
up to
don't
date
know,
with
I
the
just-
manga a few months ago, and like when Hux comes in roughly, and I got a little bored of that part. Does it get better after that? Does it get
But
interesting?
Hawks is so good.
Okay, I
people-
love Hawks, but the focus has gone away from so many of the characters that were important at the start, and
Yeah, but-
what the fuck is up with the class? I want to know about all my favorite characters in
Oh,
the class.
you're one of those
When's
people
the-
that only care about the babies.
When's the last time we saw
It's
like
just-
the belly button laser guy?
But does
How's
he
he doing?
matter?
No,
Also,
no,
like,
like,
When's the
okay,
last
but
time we saw
why
Uraraka?
does-
Uraraka hasn't been relevant in
Why-
like half the manga.
Okay, but like
Well, but
I,
they-
I guess he doesn't matter, the belly button guy, but neither does the stupid grape head. But yet we see him around. Why does he exist? Why does he need to exist?
Well, with that sentiment, I can agree with. But yeah, I don't know. I like My Hero Academia, and recently there had a couple of cool arcs that fleshed out, like the League of Villains, for example. That was really important and a
Okay.
big complaint I had, that the villains just meant nothing at all.
Oh yeah,
So
totally.
it's-
Like
that's
it
kinda
was
neat.
mind-boggling how Toga was so popular when she's just like a non-character.
She was the coolest non-character, though.
That's true. I should catch up. I should stop talking out of my ass and catch up
I
because
like-
I
I don't
haven't
know.
read
I
it
mean,
in like 7
you're
months.
entitled to not like it, but I don't know. I think it's fine.
Well, I did like it. I just lost interest, but I was having fun up to the point where I didn't catch up anymore. So I don't know. I could catch up and enjoy it. I'm able.
Same. Only
to do
I lost
that.
interest after like 6
I
episodes.
liked Macadamia. Like the good shy boy was with the he can turn into different animal parts. Just like the way he gets animated with it just being a worrywart and sad about things. It's just like, oh my heart, the poor sad boy.
Oh no. But yeah, the manga is great. The recent season of anime, like I feel like the quality of the animation kind of dropped a bit, but it's okay, I guess. I'm having fun still.
So Mage, what
Oh,
is
wow.
your daily life like?
Yeah, what's your routine?
Stardew
Do you
Valley.
have a cool routine?
I wake up, I water my turnips. I go
Okay.
into the town. I go into town, greet everyone I see. I give them turnips. So they would like me more.
Wait,
Then I
is
go
this, is this
fishing.
Animal Crossing or
No.
Stardew? I'm confused.
Stardew Valley.
No, but actually,
Nah, but
Oh,
seriously.
okay. I wake up. I regret waking up. I go back
Oh,
to
no.
bed.
No.
that was it.
Okay, no. Okay. I get up. Honestly, I don't know what happens then.
NeverPaint told me something similar once. He was like, I get up, and then like 3 hours pass.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah, like
somehow
my day
starts.
only starts. It doesn't matter when I get up. My day only starts at 12. Before that, nothing happens.
That's a terrible.
Except if
fix
like
it, guys.
except when I
Fix
go
it.
to school. Like when I go to school, a ton of stuff happens in the like pre.
I don't have anywhere to go, so I'm just home all day. I prefer not to go outside if it can be helped. Or if I do go outside, I don't go outside alone.
But you
I
meet
am
cool animals
scared.
outside.
I have a cool animal inside though.
True.
There's
I know.
cool
You
food
can meet
outside.
interesting restaurants outside.
No, I don't want to go. I don't like going outside. Okay, I do like going outside. I like the idea of going outside. I don't like actually doing it.
I like the concept on like
Like,
a
I like-
philosophical level.
Okay, so see, like outside is very appealing, but it has one bad thing about it. The
Other
fact that it
people?
has people. Yes, it has people.
Aww.
I
The
don't.
outside is pretty cool. That's why I watch slice of life anime.
I do like outside. Sometimes when the weather is warmer, like me and my boyfriend, we go for a walk towards a shopping center. It's like more than a half an hour walk on foot, I think. So we
Nice.
walk
Sounds
back and
nice.
forth. We could take a bus, but we like the walk because it's nice weather, some sunshine, and exercise, I guess, for us otherwise stationary potatoes. So
Yeah.
yeah.
And half an hour is not that long anyway.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah, it's not. It's a really nice walk, and there's places to sit down in case we get tired along the way and stuff. And we usually take like a path that leads through like a neighborhood of like houses. So it's like usually quite empty, and there's not a lot of people about, if any at all, during the times we walk. So it's nice and peaceful, and it's like it's a very nice neighborhood. There's like man-made ponds and some grasses and stuff. Grass, and, like trees. I like
Grass.
trees. Yeah, it's just like a really nice, uplifting sort of walk because I get to look at all the cute, neat stuff. One time, I got to pet a cat, so that was
hell
nice.
yes.
It
That was the highlight of your year.
I was it was not a stray cat. It was someone else's cat, I think. But I'm really good at befriending cats. I think.
You also befriended
Also-
a butterfly once. I saw it on
Yeah,
Twitter. a
yeah.
while
At
ago.
least twice actually. But yeah, the butterfly. Yeah, the poor butterfly. I think it was just a very hot day and it was just on the road. I'm like, no, poor butterfly. So I put it on grass. But yeah, we also get to see like ducks and swans and geese and stuff in the pond.
Oh, swans are
it's not-
terrible. Swans can be really evil.
They could, but,
But they're
we don't.
pretty.
Yeah, we don't approach them too close. We give them
Better-
their space.
like that.
I think
Also,
swans
like-
attack things that are white. So long as you're not dressed white, you should be okay.
Everyone but me should stay away.
It's just because I think swans get jealous of the color.
Oh no.
Interesting.
If
I mean, that
we ever
makes
go to
sense.
the UK, we need to bring Asha, or we won't be safe.
That's not what I meant.
I mean, I feel like geese and swans get an even worse reputation because, like,
Geese
most people
are
let them be feral. So, wild animals are not supposed to be friendly, you know?
Yeah, but like I never had issues with any wildlife really.
Yeah, same.
I one time, like I did encounter unfriendly geese, but they were like someone's geese. Like they weren't wild geese. They were like fenced off and stuff. And I was just walking by, and they decided to hiss at me, so I hissed back at them. So that was funny.
Nice.
That's really funny,
That's how
actually.
you do
I
it.
like that. I'm terrified of most animals. The animals are unpredictable. They will kill me.
Actually, the
But
thing
that's
is,
why
with
no one
animals.
respect them.
No. Animals have telegraphs to their attacks.
Animals are just NPCs, guys.
They have You're right. I just have to pick the right spell in my rotation, and I will make it out alive. You're right. Animals are not scary anymore. Oh my god! I just need to cast the right heal spell at the right time.
No, my point is, like, you can usually tell what they're gonna do. Like, the only animals that are unpredictable would be probably mentally unstable animals or suffering animals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's poor
That's the
animals. But
only ones that
otherwise,
are dangerous for humans mostly.
but yeah, otherwise cats, dogs, and other animals, they usually have like body language that let you know, is just stop approaching me. I am not liking this. And if you fail to
I've
read
never
that,
actually gotten attacked. I know it's all in my head.
That's the thing,
I just find animals a little scary.
An animal can't hide its hate for you because animals can't lie. They lack the feature of displacement in the animal language.
But when the cute little kitty cat lies on its back and gets belly rubs, that's some
they're not asking
good
for
kind of lying.
Okay, no,
No.
it's not lying. Like when a cat exposes its tummy to
was-
you, it's
It
making
was just
itself.
it was just a joke, Mage. I was just making a lying pun.
Okay.
Ah!
Sorry, it's just a lot of people are not well informed about cats, and they call cats assholes, even though cats aren't. They're sweet.
Don't get me wrong. I'm truly
agree.
misinformed and ignorant about cats.
Cats
Oh,
literally
no.
bite my feet.
What did you say, Asha?
Pet them gently.
I pet them.
I do that with everybody,
I
though.
try to be nice to them, and then they bite me, and then I ignore them, and then they chase me because they
Okay,
want
like,
to.
cats.
What you have to do to befriend a cat is just let it smell your hand, and then just the first few pats you give it, you just rub it like on the underside or the side of their face because they have like this. What's the word? You just
Scent
get
kind?
the smell of the cat on your hand, and then
Yeah.
they kind of like, get used to you. And as long as you don't touch them on the places that they kind of don't like, and you will notice very easily because
yes.
of their tail and everything.
Some
it's
cats
totally
also
fine.
don't like hands getting lower toward them from specific angles because it
Yeah.
might look like you're trying to grab them. So like yeah, what you have to do is just like if you want to approach a cat, you extend your hand slowly and you sort of like extend one of your fingers out a little bit so it sort of mimics like extending its nose out or something so it can smell you. And once it approaches you and smells you and it's chill about it, you can try and pet it or scratch its chin or cheek and stuff. Be gentle. Don't ever stroke it against like how the fur goes. Like with dogs, you can sort of stroke them however they like it, but with cats, you always have to stroke them how the fur grows. Like you don't go against it. Don't mess up their fur. They hate it.
Hey, all these secret techniques, I just pick them up and they like me.
Well, it depends on the
I
cats.
definitely do the hand thing. I wait for them to smell me first, and when I know that they're not going to scratch me is when I go in for the pat.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
my cat
scent
sometimes-
glands. That's the word. They have glands on
Yeah.
the side of their faces that just use to
I
put their
see.
smell on everything. So if you just rub them and get their smell on your hand, they're usually like more friendly to you because it's familiar. They are very smell-driven creatures in
Yeah.
general.
I'm really excited for my campus in Korea because apparently there's a ton of cats in it, and
hell
like
yeah.
you're allowed to feed them and give them pats. So like you just walk around the campus and there's a ton of kitty cats that you can make friends with. and they're gonna be there every day, and I'm gonna be the bestest of friends, and I'm so excited.
I love cats.
Yes.
Same. Big same.
I like birds.
Birds are also
Cats
good, but birds
I
don't
do like
cuddle
birds.
that much.
I want a friend crow or a friend raven. I don't want
Yes!
a pet. I want a friend.
A Fraven.
Companion.
Yeah, I
Oh,
want.
you
I
want
want
to be
to
like that, like the story of
Familiar.
that girl that used to feed the crows,
Yeah,
and then
or
they
like-
just started to bring her shinies.
Yeah,
Wait.
something like that, or like you commence a trade with them, just something like that.
I just want a murder of crows following me, like surrounding me and flying in circles.
Well, I really find it fascinating how crows can talk like describe people to each other, to the point that crows that have never seen you before will know who you are just by how described you
Yeah.
were. And just like you're friend to one crow, you're friend to all crows, and I want that. I
Crows-
want that friendship.
Yeah.
Crows are crazy
I find it
intelligent.
fascinating how crows can just hold grudges for generations because they teach their
Yes.
children who
That's
with
that's
what- which is
amazing.
Yes.
yeah.
I didn't know.
We have like a
It's great.
sometimes
Crows are
we have
amazing. I
sometimes
love
we have
them.
like a giant swarm of crow, like a giant like a few hundred murder crows sitting on that house next to our house, and it's like a cloud of crows sometimes that arrive there.
Be nice to them, NeverPaint. They will kill you.
No, they are my friends.
Crows are terrifying. Once there was this really big crow, and he had like sunglasses on my head. It just swooped down. I was like, no. And it didn't touch me, but it really wanted to.
He just wanted your shiny. It's fine.
Did he cut out?
Probably. He probably
no.
did cut out.
Oh no.
Ah, I'm back.
Welcome back. You have been missed.
Ugh, my heart. Long story short, crow flew very close to my head because it saw my shiny sunglasses and was very scary.
Oh no.
Saw your
So,
shining
did it get-
personality in one attack.
Gosh. I'm gonna leave again to like roll around on my pillow and be happy.
Oh.
Mage, what did you dream last night?
Oh, last night.
Or
Ooh,
recently?
hold on.
Yeah, what's the latest cool dream you wanna talk about?
Oh, let me.
Oh, I remember the meme.
Let me try and remember. You caught me off guard. I was not prepared to scramble together my dream. It was something cool. It was definitely something cool.
Let me live precariously through you, Mage. I don't usually have dreams, and when I do, they are bad. So
Okay. I sort of vaguely remember. Okay, so I was back in my old school, but my old school was not a school anymore. It was sort of like a guild for adventurers. Like the whole mage rogue yada yada.
Yeah.
And there was some sort of villain hiding amongst the ranks. And they were they were damaging people, just like messing with their
no.
magic or whatever, so they couldn't as if they were performing experiments. And I remember confronting them, and they kept saying just like their motto was something just like, wouldn't it be nice to try something different? Why don't you break out of your shell? Don't fall into the mold you've been put in. So basically he was trying to force people to change classes. But all the attempts were failing. But he himself, the villain, was multi-class. So he obviously succeeded with himself. So
Whoa, that's cool, actually.
Yeah. So he was corrupting people and trying to awaken their full potential by trying to make them multi-class as well.
Oh, this is like sort of like My Hero Academia, except instead of stealing classes, he like adds to them. Neat.
Yeah, so it was really cool. We did have a bit of a battle, but my dream got cut off there, sadly.
oh no,
No.
that's very anime though.
Oh, wait, hold on. I remember. Oh, I remember it transitioned. It transitioned to a slightly different dream.
That's the thing. You
Um,
can like for me, it's always like I can barely remember the borders between dreams because
Yeah.
they just become a different story so slightly that you can't even remember being a different character sometimes.
Yeah.
Uh,
I like that about dreams.
yeah,
It's fun, but at the
super
same time,
weird.
yeah. I remember I needed help from one of my characters, Hawk. I could try and find an image of him on my DeviantArt quickly. But yeah, he had my cat.
Oh no, not the cat.
Okay, no, not in a bad way. Like he was taking care of them.
Oh.
So
Was he a villain or not?
no, he was a good boy.
I mean, if he
Hawk,
stole your cat.
no, he didn't. No. He was taking care of him while I was away. So he was a good boy. He's a very good boy. Hawk is my best boy, softest boy. He is the greatest. He's the softest. This character, and I love him. Hawk doesn't have a mean bone in his body. You can rely on Hawk. But yeah, he was there. He had my cat. I think the reason my cat was in the dream because my cat was currently sleeping on me, and I felt
Aw.
it.
Aw.
So it translated into the dream. But yeah, and I was trying to chase down Hawk because I needed his help. But he had to keep running errands for people. And I eventually did catch up with him, and we had to go to a forest, which is actually like sort of a park foresty area near my house in Lithuania, where I used to live. But in the dream, it was a bit of a cursed forest, and if you go in, you can die. And it was quite dangerous. There are like safe zones with like lanterns around them, but like if you step out, there are like these sort of
It's Bloodborne.
no, these
The
sort of
dreams are
like
just
hold
made
on.
like a video game.
Hold on. Do you remember Princess Mononoke and those little forest spirits with the shaved
Of
Yes.
course.
heads?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so like it was haunted by things like that, except they were huge and sort of like stretched.
Oh,
Those sort of
spooky.
faces.
Ooh, that's
Yeah.
scary.
Yeah. And so
Ugh.
like we had to go like because like a few of our friends went to they ran into the forest without knowing how dangerous it was. Like Hawk, we need to go after them. We need to save them. So me and Hawk, we ran in. And we got stuck in one of the safe areas, and like the bad things kept spawning in, and like there was no way for us to leave, neither going in deeper or going out. And I started to cast my most powerful spells, and like they didn't work on them. I was like, what is this bullshit?
What's your most
like,
powerful spell, mate?
In that dream specifically, it was like summoning hellfire from the ground to like it was simultaneously hellfire and an earthquake. So the ground would swallow
Powerful.
like the ground would collapse and you get swallowed up by the hellfire, and
They
it
were
didn't
just
work.
not faced by it.
Huh?
They were just not faced by it.
Yeah, they didn't. It didn't work, or at least like the numbers were so high that just it didn't make a dent in them because just it kept spawning in. But yeah, like that's where the dream actually left off with us trapped. I have a ton of like zombie related zombie apocalypse dreams as well. It's just fun. I like my dreams. They're a journey. They're a very fun journey.
Yeah, they're like snippets of little movies. That's pretty
Yes.
cool.
I
Yeah,
think
it's like it's not even
cool.
movies. It's like games.
Yeah.
Yeah, big anime.
I also find it cool that you are so invested in your OCs that they actually appear in your dreams. That's,
They don't usually.
Okay.
I'm surprised that it did this time. Though I do love my OCs. They appear from time to time, but not usually. It's not a common occurrence. So it's weird because I haven't really used or talked about Hawk in a while, so I don't know why he appeared. But he's a
Yeah,
good
but it's
boy,
like
so
when
I'm
you
happy.
dream
That's the thing
with a
of-
random person suddenly out of nowhere.
that's the thing with a lot of your OCs. I know their faces and their names sometimes, but I never know anything beyond that.
I don't really post much about them.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I don't like.
Just
like-
just
is
make
it-
them for
it's-
yourself, or
Kind of like I like role playing them, so like I don't want to set them in stone in a way. But I do have like backstories for them. Like there's a lot of thought about every single OC I make and post, even if it's just like, oh, like here's an OC, haha, I made. And I never talk about them ever again. But actually, there's a lot of lore behind them that I never tell anyone.
I just wish for that like big mage comic project or animation where like all your characters become like
I have
real.
Doesn't even need to be a comic.
I mean,
I'm thinking that something like a page where you just make a world by posting these characters and the setting and little details of their relationships would be really entertaining.
Not all of
doesn't
the
even
characters.
just be like a structured
That's
story.
the thing, though. Like, not all characters are in the same universe, nor they interact with each other. I can have different
Well,
characters.
that's exactly why you could make a page explaining all of that instead of being forced to make a story with them.
We need
know what
the
I mean?
Mage OC wiki. That's what Lemon is saying.
Yeah, the mage multiverse.
I
make it
wouldn't mind,
happen.
but like, one, I don't really have a website for that. Two, that's a lot of typing. Three, there's bound to be people
That's
offended
a
by
lot
the
of
backstory.
typing.
Yeah, it is a lot of typing. I actually have like, I think at least 2 OCs that I posted a little bit of info on them. It's not a little bit, I say. It's not all of the info available for them, but it's as much as I was willing to type out at the time. And I
mean,
think
you typed
in a
a
way,
ton on that Ask blog, so
yeah. But the thing is, like, I think part of it is also like a lot of my art used to get stolen, and I don't
Oh.
want people to steal my OCs. And if I, reveal everything about them, and it's not they're just images that get stolen, but also their personalities might get stolen and incorporated into something that I don't want them to be. And it's sort of like it's like revealing a lot about my OCs in writing somewhere. It's sort of like I make myself very vulnerable to a lot of strangers. It feels kind of like that.
I see. I understand.
Yeah, so I sort of want to, but at the same time, I don't. I like talking about my OCs, but I don't like officially sort of posting about them, I guess, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I understand that anxiety,
I
but
would-
also at the same time, I really want to know about them.
I like the idea of a site with my OCs. It would be a fun project. I don't know a good site for that sort of thing. I sort of have I have a Toy House account, but I don't really use it too much. I don't know. It doesn't feel like a good site to do what you guys have suggested it to. But besides, it's sort of private, and you have to have a Toy House account to see things, but you can't register freely. You have to get an invite from people who pay to be there, I guess. And I was invited myself, so I don't have invites to give. So it's a very private site. So if you know good sites where you can, for free, just, make your character stuff, let me know. I might consider it.
I'll keep an eye out. I don't really know either.
I'll probably just do it on something like DeviantArt.
No.
But have you considered making your own website?
Doesn't that
Yeah,
count?
making a website and posting links to it from Twitter would probably be the best way to do this,
Yeah, but
honestly.
I don't. Building a website, that's hard. You have to like.
I mean, but
But
Oh,
how
I
about
mean, you
using
know people.
Squarespace,
Well, we
the
never said it was
sponsor
gonna
for
be
this week?
easy, Mage.
Like to what purpose? I guess. Like I don't know. I don't like. I have to pay probably for a
fun.
site. Yeah, I don't want to. No, it's not fun. I don't think coding is fun. Decoding sites isn't fun. I'm more than happy to use a format given to put in pictures and type out stuff and just
Yeah.
it looks pretty. To make it look pretty on my own. It's just no, I'm not gonna bother. I barely manage to type anything when I post art as it is. So now I'm making a site.
I relate to that, but also I don't have like OCs I have created with cool backstories. So yeah, I
Make
just want to
more.
know, Mage. You're so mysterious. I want to know everything.
So ask questions. I'm here. I'm more than happy to answer questions. at any point. You wake up like 4 a.m. Hey, Mage, what did you have for breakfast yesterday? I'll answer.
What did you have for breakfast?
Wake up in a cold sweat. I need to know.
Oh, speaking of breakfast, food. What are your favorite foods? What do you usually eat?
Oh, what do I don't eat? I like.
I liked how you phrased that.
What
I
is
like
your
food.
favorite food?
I
have
I have a few things that I like. I like cold beetroot soup. It's a Lithuanian dish. I like chiburiakai. It's sort of a Lithuanian dish, but it's a more Eastern European sort of dish. But the things that people would be more familiar with, I like Chinese takeaway. It's pretty good.
Yes.
I sort of like sushi, but I have a very weird relationship with sushi just because like all the sushi available in the area where I live in is actually tastes kind of bad.
Oh no.
Oh no.
It's just like such poor quality sushi, and it's always they only have like salmon and avocado flavors, and I'm like, I want
Oh, that's
Yeah.
so boring.
yeah, I want fancier ones. Like I tried all the places I could, and no, none of the places here in England. In Lithuania, though, back where I used to live, they have like a sushi place, like a dedicated sushi place, and they used to have a ton of sushi, but they sort of narrowed down with their menu, but it's still pretty good menu, and they still make very delicious sushi, and I love it. It's fresh. Everything is fresh, and the rice does not feel like you're chewing rubber. So
Oh,
that's
hell
good.
That's definitely been my experience with a lot of the takeout places in the UK. Like, they're good for a stir fry because you don't really care about the quality of that. But if you want sushi or something like that, they're just really subpar.
Yeah,
Unless you go to one of the chains that are specialized in sushi.
I sort of did go. I don't remember if I liked the sushi. I remember when me and Gib and Tate we met up. We went to a sushi place. I remember I liked the mochi there. I don't remember how
Ooh,
I
I
felt
love
about
mochi.
Yeah, I don't remember how I
Ugh.
felt about the sushi. Oh, mochi's so good. I just remember. Sorry, I recently ordered from Amazon like a little pack of mochi, not the sweet mochi. Like one of them was like with like what was it? Was poppy seeds that wasn't too good. Then like with red bean paste that was pretty okay, and another one was with like what's it called? With nuts, not nuts, the paste. What do you call that? What do you call that paste?
Peanut butter?
Peanut butter. There we go.
Wait, what? I was
Peanut
right?
butter
I was
Yes.
making a joke.
Interesting.
No, you're right. Yeah, it was with peanut butter. It was pretty okay. It was weird how not sweet it was, but I liked the texture. It was very fun to chew. So I like mochi. Mochi is good.
Yeah, I tried mochi for the first time not too long ago. It's pretty okay. I tried the red bean paste one.
Yeah.
It was a little bland, but I don't know
Yeah.
if it's because the kind of mochi I had or
The
what.
thing with
Same.
I mean,
mochi,
it's very subtly sweet, but I adore the kind of sweet it is. I just love how well it pairs with bitter food. Like, well, bitter fruit like tea and coffee. It's just this kind of sweetness and gooey texture. Like, I started off being a little meh on it, and now it's one of my favorite foods in the world. I don't know how it happened, but it's so comforting to bite into a big gooey mochi.
yes. When me and Gibba met up and I had the mochi there, we had like a super sweet mochi. It's like I think it was strawberry and chocolate, or was it just strawberry?
Oh,
or
that
just
sounds
chocolate?
really good.
Yeah, like I don't think they're technically called mochi when they're that sweet, because mochis aren't meant to be like super sweet. Like, you know, red bean
I
paste
haven't-
mochi and stuff like that. That's
Yeah,
Hi.
but that sounds amazing and something I would love because I have the biggest sweet tooth in the world. I just
but yeah, like
diabetes, give it to me.
Yeah, those
please.
sweet ones were just like divine. I loved those. They were great. One more.
I really want
Please.
mochi now, Mage. Mage, you're fucking me up. I had dinner like
Oh, You
I
asked
had dinner
me-
4 hours ago. I'm already hungry again. I really want some
But
mochi.
Lemon, you can eat your children. The children you have
Oh
stored
right,
in the fridge.
I can be like Saturn in that painting and eat my children.
Speaking of things that I also like, I like cakes, but
I like children.
no, I do not. But like I only like the cakes from like Lithuanian shops, not the ones available in England shops.
It sounds like England food is just bad in general.
I do
By the
not
way, you
like-
guys are talking about it.
I
How
do
do you
not
feel
like.
It
about
depends. It
Baumkuchen?
depends.
The funny thing,
Baumkuchen.
Baumkuchen. I know that's like a,
Baumkuchen.
I know of the word.
If you tried it,
Hold on.
you should.
Baumkuchen. I have a feeling you're using a German word for a Lithuanian thing. Hold on.
I mean, it's a German thing, but yeah.
Oh, okay. No, that's a different one. Yeah. Okay. No, I have not tried one, but actually maybe. Oh, that's a.
I mean, they are different. It's like a family of straight cakes that look kind of similar.
I googled it
They're available
and
in
some
different
of them.
countries.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. See, like when you said Baumkuchen, it's also one of the things that a Lithuanian thing is called in German. This thing, Schokotas. And that's a purely
See-
Lithuanian thing.
That's
I
interesting.
saw that on Wikipedia. It looks like a Baumkuchen with spikes.
Yeah, but it's a purely Lithuanian thing.
What are the spikes? What is that?
It's because of the way it's made. It's like the dough dribbles, I think, like it drips, and then
okay.
it sort of freezes in place. That's why it has
just-
spikes.
Whoa.
It just looks really cool.
Yeah, it's actually not too sweet, but it's just sweet enough. And although it kind of looks dry and hard, it's not. It's kind of soft, unless you leave it out, to go bad, and then it becomes dry and
Yeah,
not
yeah.
tasty. But
That's
wanna
it's
try.
it's really good. From what I remember, it used to be sort of like for weddings, traditionally in Lithuania, but it hasn't in forever. Now you can just buy it whenever, but sometimes usually just during holidays and stuff. But yeah, with cakes, I like the ones that are kept in the fridge because in England, in the stores like Asda and stuff, you can buy cakes that are like on the shelves for an eternity, and I don't
Oh,
like
no.
those. Yeah, they're dry, they're yucky, they're gross.
Those aren't very good. Those are the ones we would buy for the children's birthdays when I was working at the camp there.
Oh no,
Oh, that's
they
evil.
enjoyed them.
they have no.
They
taste.
enjoyed them. Yeah.
They don't know
You
better.
don't know better.
They were like 8.
Yeah.
They were 8 years old.
Like a cooled cake is better always.
Yeah, my favorite cakes are always the fruity ones, the
Yeah.
cool ones, the refreshing ones.
I'm
That's why
very-
my name is LemonTart.
I like
I'm
honey cake. It's really
I'm
good.
very passionate about cheesecake.
And cheesecake, yeah.
Cheesecake
and
is so good.
honey cake, yogurt cake, cheesecake,
Pancake.
pancake. I like this one with jelly bits in it.
Ooh.
Pancakes with
Oh,
like
that's
apples
interesting.
in it. Like
Yeah.
apple.
I like yogurt cakes. They're really good. They're really refreshing and nice, and tasty and sweet, but not too sweet. And like, yeah, you have to keep them in the fridge. I basically like cakes that you have to keep in the fridge. And I generally like sweets. Not too picky about them, but I don't like super cheap ones. I can taste it. It's not good. It's bad.
Yeah.
What else do I like? I like Jello.
Oh,
like,
that
like,
looks really delicious.
like the jiggly kind, not the one you put on like sandwiches, because that always confuses me. I'm not sure.
That's jelly.
Jelly.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah.
I like jelly. Okay, jelly. I'm confused. Which one? Okay.
Jelly is what you put on sandwiches.
Yeah.
Jell-O is a brand name for a kind of gelatin.
Gelatin. Okay, I like gelatin.
Yes.
At least I used to. but
I like
something
them
like
cakes.
I used to buy like these packs where you can make your own gelatin and Lithuania.
Yeah.
But they started, I think, I'm not sure if my taste buds changed or they started putting something or they changed something about the recipe. They taste weird and bad nowadays, so I can't really enjoy making my own. So I can only enjoy it by, I don't know, buying cakes with gelatin in them.
I have a similar experience with gelatin. Like, I used to fucking love gelatin as a child, but now it's kind of like tastes like nothing to me.
Agreed. I think it was just because it was fun to eat when we were kids, and now we're
Yeah.
just like
No,
the.
there's definitely specifically
about
something
what's
about
in
the
it.
taste that's wrong. I still like it. Like my mom, she was making some and she poured some what's it called? Not jam. Or maybe it was jam. Like syrup. I think she poured some syrup in one of the gelatins, just to enhance the taste. And that syrup combated the weird taste that I would get from other gelatins, and like that, it tasted like absolutely divine. It was good because it didn't have that weird taste to it. The other one,
Absolutely divine.
yeah, the other one she made, without pouring syrup in it, tasted just as bad as I remember it to. So, it's definitely something about the taste that's bothering me, and I'm sad
Maybe
because
just
it used to
how
be my
artificial
favorite
they
thing.
taste.
Huh?
Maybe it's just how artificial they taste, because that's what throws it off for me.
Yeah,
kind of.
maybe. I don't know. There's something about the taste that is bad, and I am sad
no.
because it used to be my favorite thing. Absolutely
Just-
my favorite thing.
Just steal your grandma's secrets and make the good gelatin.
This is a fascinating discussion, but I also see that we are already going for 2 hours now. And do we want
Oh,
to
hell yeah.
maybe
I'm kind of used to this.
do we make
Professional podcaster, everybody.
well we also have other stuff. So do we want to move on to Sketchfest?
Wait, we have one last question.
Oh.
Seika, do you want to do the honors?
Oh, yes, please. Mage, how's the love life going? Please.
How's what?
How's your love life?
Good. I'm still with my boyfriend, and I'm pretty happy.
Nice.
That's there's nothing to complain about. It's great. I love him. He's great.
Hell
How
yeah.
did you guys meet? You said like from
Pony.
Pony.
stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was.
Can you tell us your story if you want to? If you're
Okay.
comfortable with that?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
really
It's
wanna
fine.
know.
It's kind of a
I'm
funny
so
story.
excited of having a guest finally that is not like super sad about love.
Yeah. To have a guest that isn't just like, I don't know.
That
Imitating
sounds like
give and take.
someone. Yes.
I'm sorry, buddy.
We love you.
Anyway.
Yeah. But yeah, he was on a podcast, and I got to be a guest on that podcast at some point. Sort of, not exactly. It was like an after show, so people who listened to the podcast could join in and talk and stuff. So I did, and we actually got into an argument, and I left.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, and I left the call being pretty angry. But then I suddenly, like I had a weird change of heart the next day. I was like, he probably doesn't even remember me or the argument we had. It's really not a big deal. I shouldn't sweat it. And, it probably was a misunderstanding. So instead of getting upset, I just decided to draw him fan art.
Oh, hell yeah.
And I did, and he liked it. And then he asked me if I could draw something else for him for something he needed. And I was like, well, I mean, we can talk about it. So I added him on Skype, and I expected the call to be a bit awkward and probably short. But it ended up being 8 hours long, and we kept laughing our asses off.
Whoa.
Nice.
That's really cute. That's
Yeah.
actually great.
We hit it off right away, and and we've been getting along ever since. Basically.
How long was it
Aw.
ago? How long ago was
That
Pony
was
time?
like my cat is 7, almost 8 years now. So this year it'll be
Aw.
like around 7 years.
Oh my god.
Wow.
That's
That's
a lot.
great.
Yeah.
So
That's
you moved to
awesome.
England to be with him?
Yeah. Well, I was sort of living in England already at that time. I was studying in England.
Yeah.
But so it made it easier to move in with him. just sort of like as a sort of trial period to see how we get along living together. And after a while, was like, yeah, yeah, this is good. So I came to live with him permanently, and this is where we are now.
Oh, that's adorable. That makes me so happy. Thank you.
Happy to share.
Yeah, I love stories.
Yeah, same. I love the gossip. I love the cute, happy love times.
I like
it's
the meat
awesome.
cute. It's good.
Yeah.
Okay, sketch with us.
Yeah.
What?
Hashtag sketch with hash.
Oh, it's quite.
We didn't set a topic for sketch with us this week.
We
Can we just do
Oh,
do we have any-
Nations?
draw something
no.
purple. Doesn't matter.
Draw
It-
purple.
Oh,
Okay,
we should
just-
probably add it to the start of the episode, though. I forgot.
Oh well, it's
And
probably going to be fine.
I also
bad.
meant to talk about the
Plaza.
what was I gonna say? Yeah, the Plaza. We have a new Discord server, everybody, that you can join. Although we did send the link to Mage. The link's on Twitter as well. You can go to our Twitter. It'll be the pinned tweet. You can join the Discord that way.
We want to just make like a little message at the beginning of the episode. It's just like an advertisement thing. That would be.
Yeah, we should do that.
Yeah.
Yep.
So yeah, for this week, hashtag sketch with us. Just draw stuff with the color purple or fan art for Mage, please.
Oh no,
Thank
you
you.
don't have to. But
Yes.
Just
do
do
it.
what your heart
purple.
desires.
But you have to.
you don't.
Mage, I'm making an executive decision and telling our audience that they have to at least use purple.
Yes.
Okay, pastel purple.
These are your
purple.
orders.
Pastel purple preferred.
Yes,
Try
like a
saying that.
lavender, like the kind of purple you think would be pink, but then you color pick it and it's purple. That kind of purple.
Exactly. That's my
I
aesthetic.
remember that fight on that server.
Yes.
I'm making reference to an event I wasn't part of.
Yeah, there was a fight on my Discord server. How someone called me out. And it was like, "Oh, you're pink." And I'm like, "No, I'm purple." And I color picked myself.
Yeah, NeverPaint told me about it.
Yes.
I downloaded a color pick on my phone for the document. It was very important.
Yes.
Nice. I don't think I was around for that one.
Oh no.
It was a little
Oh.
before your time, I think.
Before your time.
Okay. What do we have for sketch with us? Has anyone pulled it up? Because I don't.
I'm doing it right now.
You're doing it good.
Thank you, Seika. I
Because
hadn't done it.
I'm on the computer and it doesn't work well because I'm not logged into Twitter.
Wait,
Ooh, I got a new Instagram follower. Nice.
Congratulations.
Wait,
Thank
which was the? I don't remember which one was the last one we discussed. I'm sorry, guys.
The last one was for the New Year's episode,
We talked about
where we
that
had
one
to draw
bunny
an
drawing.
anthropomorphized version.
Yeah, please help.
Wait, I can.
Yes, hello?
Yes, hello. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Oh, okay.
Are you aware of Sketch with Us, by the way, Mage?
Am I what now? Could you repeat the question?
Wait,
If you know about our hashtag.
yeah. Do you know about hashtag Sketch with Us?
Well, I mean, I see it now, so I guess I know of it now.
It's just a weekly drawing
Yeah,
prompt or suggestion where people can send us drawings.
Okay,
Yeah.
the first one, I don't know how to copy it.
I see a dinosaur.
I can copy. Can I copy the link? I'm on the desktop.
Those are
It's
such
horrible.
good dinosaurs. I like those.
Yeah.
I can't
Wait,
copy
we
it.
didn't do sketch with us for New Year's, so I
The
think
first,
the
the
first
first one.
one.
The first one is skip.
No,
and-
because it
the
was
first one is skip and tag once.
Yeah. Yeah. No, well, Alex have fun editing this, I guess. But yeah, I think this is the first one. Yeah, from our friend of the show, Give and Take.
Yeah.
There's this
Wendy
cute
19.
red kid.
I really like that her thought bubble just says sus. Because that really is a 2019 word.
She cool. She have fringe. Cute.
She's very cute. She has some sort of Scott Pilgrim energy, and I like that.
A little bit.
Yeah, I could see her being a side character in the new and improved Scott Pilgrim
didn't-
2019
I
remake.
didn't expect this to be from Give and Take. It's good. I mean, it's always good, but he's like, no, it's different.
Yeah, I get it. It's good, but it's not what he usually does, I guess.
It's just because we said
really
that
nice.
we had to draw anime girls. Like, the topic was 2019 as an anime girl.
Yeah.
And what's more anime than Scott
Yeah.
Pilgrim?
Well, yeah.
Nothing, I say.
So,
And the next one is from Ugly Patch, who submitted some Christmas dinosaurs.
Dinosaurs, yes.
Christmas dinosaurs.
Yes, I love the first one with his tiny tongue sticking out and his Christmas hat. It's amazing. 10 out of 10.
Such
Yeah,
good dinosaurs.
it looks
Yeah,
like
Ugly
a
Patch does really good art.
it looks like a Diplodocus.
I like
hat.
I like the last one with how the tail is up. It's good.
Yeah. I like how there are three
Oh,
different
yes.
mediums. You did a good job,
Yee.
Ugly Patch.
Oh yeah, I didn't
He
realize.
continues to
I like
impress
his
me with every drawing.
inky, sketchy way. When I see like very thick ink lines, but also very thin ones. That was probably the sketch. Cool.
Santa
All
Dino.
dino good. Also, that Stegosaurus is also cool.
Nice
Yeah.
old timey birds fam.
Ooh.
His scales look like a beard.
Yeah, true.
Wait, what?
It
me-
does.
Yeah, this is
Where?
right. She's right.
Oh, is that intentional? Oh, that's so clever.
I hope it is.
Wait, what do you mean? Oh, like the shadow of a beard. Ah, I see.
It's also like kind of
Yeah.
grayish, like a beard, like a Santa beard.
Yeah,
Santa
yeah,
beard,
like a
yeah.
Santa.
Yeah,
Ooh.
that's very
Ooh, I
clever.
I hope that was
If
on
not,
purpose.
doesn't
Ugly
matter.
Patch.
That was the author.
If it's not, just claim that it is, please.
No one will ever know.
And then the next one is from I think it's a new submission from somebody
Brogan.
new. I don't think I've ever seen
Rogan at
Oh
Nicotism.
yeah, I don't recognize the username.
Brogan.
Yeah.
Cute anime 2019 girls. One is like drinking stuff and is
Yeah.
angry, looking at a more cheerful one. I like the details. I like the necklaces.
It's...
Bimbofication. Oh no.
I think it's
Oh,
reverse
no.
bimbofication. I think it's like
Oh, that meme.
she yeah.
That was born from the thing.
Or-
I like her loose top on her big floppy titties. That's nice.
I like the little mouse necklace.
Agree. Yes, it's like 2019 is super depressed and like had a bad time, and 2020 is just
Yeah.
so young and bright and full of hope.
Yeah. Optimistic for the future with her
Yeah.
Sonichu pendant.
Then she'll
The
get
little mouse. It's a mouse. It's not a Sonichu.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, rat because it's the year of the rat.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Oh, I get it. It's my year. It's
You
yeah.
can claim a rat just for yourself.
No, I'm
Lemon is
not even a
definitely
rat. I'm a well for Chinese zodiac. I'm a tiger. But
Ah,
yeah.
that's so cool. I hate my Chinese Odi.
I'm
What
just
is
a
it?
rooster. It's so boring.
It's a water
Is it-
monkey. The two things I
Oh,
dislike the
no.
most.
Oh.
Like
I don't like monkeys.
Yeah, I don't like monkeys and I don't like water, and I'm a water monkey, and I hate
Wait,
myself.
you don't like water?
No, I don't.
Oh.
I can't swim,
Oh.
and big water scary.
Yeah.
Big,
Okay.
big water.
Big water. I know what that is.
Hell yeah.
Dinosaurs.
Littlefoot. Yes. Dinosaur. How do you
Littlefoot best
copy a
2019
link to a
waifu
tweet
by far.
in the browser Twitter version from Windows 10.
It's on the bottom right. It looks like a little, with a little arrow going up. You click that
Yeah.
and then you copy the
Oh.
If
And then
link.
you go to copy link.
Why is
If
it
you're in
not?
browser, you
Why
can
is it
just
not the same
click
symbol
the
as
tweet
in
and
the
copy
app,
the
the
link.
share thing? That would be way easier. Why don't
I
they
don't
use the
know.
same images?
I don't know, like they used to be like at the
Yeah,
very
yeah.
top right corner, and that used to be so convenient, but no, they
Yeah, yeah.
decided to make it
That's
less
how you
convenient.
do it as a social
Yeah.
network. So are
I
we
hate
through
it.
with the sketch classes? Nice.
Yeah, that
I
was
believe so.
the last one.
We're gonna move on to weekly progress. Who wants to start?
Oh, I'm not ready. Someone else go.
I'm ready.
Wanna go? Go.
I'll go. I want to go. So, recently, I've been dabbling in animation because, as some of you might know, I'm doing the UI and the graphic design for a game, and a lot of it involves motion graphics and animation. And I have this subject in school, which is advertising design, and the final project for advertising design was like
Whatever
a free
you want.
project in which you could do any sort of basically whatever you wanted within a series of parameters. You could choose like to do motion graphics, you could choose
That's
to
the
do
best
a
kind of
magazine, a short video.
assignment.
Yeah, it was really fun. So I basically told the teacher that I was going to turn in the assets I was going to make for this game, as well as a little paper about the game. As
I'm
my
very
project.
curious about the
He
paper.
said,
Are you
"Cool,
gonna write
awesome."
it in English
So-
or? Ah,
It's
Yeah.
in Spanish. I've already written it.
just curious
Sorry.
what you.
I'll send it to Seika. Anyway, before I'm not actually going to show assets for the game because they're going to be a surprise. But before that, I did a couple other animations to as part of a different assignment and to practice a little bit, and I'm super proud of them. And one of them really blew up on Twitter, which was really
Oh, hell
really cool
yeah.
for me.
I mean, it was a
Here's the
really,
first
really
one
cool
that blew up.
animation.
Oh, I want to see. Oh,
I mean, I really love the energy of that animation. You
Oh,
can
that's
feel
so
the
cool.
power of the beam.
it like gives me like it reminds me of Powerpuff Girls for some reason a little bit.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's exactly what I was going for.
Yay!
Well, you did a great
Oh, that's
job,
awesome.
dude.
Oh, thank you. I was like this kind of city background with flat shapes was like a mix of old cartoon backgrounds
Mhm.
and like Monogatari series inspired stuff.
Oh,
I
nice.
saw the progress
Nice,
of
nice.
SketchyCon. Like you're sitting around for like 3 days.
Yeah, it took me a
just
few
enjoying,
days,
like,
but it was
every
fun.
Tiny bit, and it was cool to see that actually happening. Yeah.
I'm glad you enjoyed that.
It was
It
amazing.
was Annie. It was Annie.
The tense purple. And then the light, the...
You sound sleepy, Asha.
I'm not
Oh.
sleepy, I just don't know how to explain it in
Just,
words how
draw.
cool it was.
That's the most flattering thing you could have said.
Shucks.
And well, I made another animation. This one, instead of just being a cool little scene, it was more of a straightforward advertising thing. I made a little Spotify-sized banner for an album that I really like, and this is it.
Oh, I didn't see this. Oh, yeah, no, I did see this one.
Yeah. I took the
It's so
cover of
cute.
the album and I animated different parts of it,
How does
so they
it?
pop into the frame.
How does it like? That's
Sure,
made
yeah.
in
It
After
took
Effects,
way
right?
less effort than the other one,
Or
but it was cute,
yeah,
and I like it.
that's what you hashtag it. How does it work? Like, do you like select images and then like draw a path and they are moving on, or?
Sorry, NeverPaint. I disconnected and didn't hear the first
You're
half
working
of
in
that. Can you
After
please
Effects,
repeat?
right? Like, I try to comprehend how
Yes.
it works. It's like you have like an image, like in PNG, and you draw a path on which it should move, and then you make it move in a certain speed, or
Oh, okay. sort of like that, but not exactly. The way it works is that it doesn't need to be a PNG. It can be any
Nice.
visual item. This specifically are vector graphics. And vector graphics are useful because, as well as transformations, according to like their size and their rotation and their position, you can also modify the path and animate that. And the way the animation works is by setting keyframes. So, for example, you want one object to be in one position at this time. You set a keyframe, and then you move the marker to a different time and set another keyframe in another position. And what the program will do is that the program fills in the blanks automatically with what's called an interpolation. And what an interpolation does is create a steady movement from one state to another state. And then you can go into that movement and modify it. You can change the speed. You can change the angle of the curve by like drawing a path, like you said, and you can do that with a number of different parameters, like the rotation, the scale, the position, the color, the path if it's a vector. You can make it you can overlay it with like different effects. You can write code, which is called expressions, to make it do specific things, which is very complicated and I haven't really gotten into yet. But a lot of what I'm doing in these animations, it's just like moving things and changing their scale and making them pop in and out of the frame, which is very easy. And it's just all about the timing and the feel of everything I'm curious animating it. Animating is the easy part.
On my computer now, I can do the things.
It's incredibly fun and satisfying. I love it. You should definitely try it.
Something else? Okay.
Anyway, I'm done. Who wants to go next?
Please do.
I can go next. I have my shit ready now. I drew last Saturday, this first cutie Saturday of the decade. Just a cool magical girl that's
so
also
cute.
a cat girl. Yeah.
I like how you draw the hair.
Thank you. I
Yeah,
just wanted to put a
Seika's
bunch
amazing.
of colors on it.
It's so flowy. I like it.
Oh,
I
thank
love
you.
how the highlights are pink and the shades are blue. It's so fucking cool. It's so good.
I like how the ears are fluffy.
Yeah, I really like
Seika
Fluffy.
draws the floofiest cat ears, for sure.
Gradients on the skirt.
It looks
is
like
great.
a little galaxy,
Yes.
Yeah. The galaxy, the literal galaxy.
Yeah,
on the
Galaxy.
skirt.
and the little stars.
Yes.
I like.
She has a strong Marisa Kirisame from Toho energy, but also a cat girl.
You just look so good, Seika. You're just out of this world.
Oh, thank you. I really try really hard, so it means a lot
It
to me.
shows. I love it. I love
like-
your art. It's so good.
I'm curious about the Cutie Saturday thing. Where does it come from, and what does it do exactly? Like it's
It's pretty simple. It's Egoraptor started it like a couple years ago. He used to retweet things on his main account with the hashtag, just because to give artists exposition because he wasn't drawing anymore, but he still loves art, you know. So that's where it came from. It's kind of still around, but he doesn't retweet on his main account anymore. He retweets sometimes on the
okay.
Cutie Saturday account. But it's nice for exposition, and it's like, you know, a fun thing to do.
interesting.
But yeah, I did that, and then later this week I made this Hatsune Miku fan art because she's on Coachella, guys. She's gonna be playing on Coachella.
Yeah,
It's
she's
so
gonna be in
funny and
Coachella.
great.
It's so
Hell yeah.
amazing.
So I drew her with a
I'm so
cool
happy.
Coachella outfit, just for fun.
Oh, she wears
What
that
is a
for
Coachella?
Coachella.
Is it like Godzilla?
It's a
Coachella
concert.
is-
in
yeah.
California.
It's one of the biggest
Where
music
is it?
festivals and
It's like
every
the-
year.
Oh god.
Is it like a US thing or?
Thousands of
Okay.
people go there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like
Yes.
a bunch of people. They dress up all fabulous for this event.
Yeah,
It's
the
it's
only thing
really
I care
well known
about Coachella
worldwide.
is just the fashion. Everyone just
I
goes like completely insane planning their outfits, and it's really
Yeah.
I
cool.
feel like the star accessories for her. It's really
Yeah.
nice.
I was really feeling stars this week. Now that I
Yeah.
think about it.
I really like
Stars
how you
is
gave
good.
her the corporate identity colors of the dating sim.
It was not intentional, but he pointed it out earlier, and it was really funny. But yeah, those are the ones
Can I
I share
go?
for this week.
Can I start? I
Yeah.
I
go ahead.
I drew a OC. Like I don't do that very often. I
I
did
don't
like
see.
2 in my life up until now. But I had one of my New Year's resolutions is that I want to draw more OCs this year and actually figure out what they are and how they do, and figuring out like poses and expressions and stuff like that so that I can use them in my comic.
Mm-hmm.
She's a unicorn, yes. That
I love unicorns.
Is
Good.
she
Yes.
going to be like a Never Forest
no, it's
scene?
it's
or is she
never
going to be
Forest
completely
character.
different?
She's supposed to
Okay.
be like a rival character to love. She's like a little
Oh hell yeah.
a little evil, a little rowdy, and a little like
Wait, she's
yeah,
She's a
she's
little
rowdy?
mischievous.
just very good at her job and like better than love, and also has like just
Okay.
more money, because they're all she's
Oh,
she's
just
she's
richer
richer
and
and better and very
better.
smart about it. That's what I
Yeah,
idea.
yeah, I like that a lot.
probably.
But does she go ada ada?
I don't know. Maybe in your fan art.
I think she's more of a.
Yeah.
Ada, ada.
Ojo
You know what I mean.
And I actually,
Ojo-sama, yeah.
in this case,
yeah.
I made like throughout the week, I made like first a different sketch. You can see it on my Twitter somewhere, and I tried to optimize the design and change the outfit, and I'm gonna change it more till I like it the most. And
Oh hell yeah.
yeah, and I also have that. I tried that thing where I just write down notes and like ideas directly into the sketch. I did here like I have like a bunch of lore about her race and her like people and what kind of character she is, and also the name, which is just a bunch of name parts that I thought sounded cool.
I mean, that's really cool. It's like a cool character introduction
Yeah.
page thing.
I like how you drew her from the back, the
It
way
was
here
specifically that I
squishes
know
to the
how
side.
the
I like
backpack
it.
should look, because she doesn't have, for a traveling character, she doesn't have a lot of storage, so she needed a backpack.
One thing, the backpack is such a cool, striking part of her design, and it's gonna get obscured a lot of the time. Maybe the hair should be a little bit shorter.
I mean,
Maybe.
if she's
I
gonna
don't
be
know.
No,
jumping
you can
around,
you can maybe tie it up like at the end and then throw it over
Maybe,
her
but I also
shoulder.
really like the
Or
shape.
just ponytail.
but like at the
Like
same
bun.
time, if it's an action
Yes,
comic,
yes.
she's gonna be
Yeah.
jumping and
And
swooshing
also,
around, so
putting
it's not
stuff
gonna be a
out of her
problem.
That's
backpack
true.
in detail. and
That's
stuff
true.
like that.
But what if the hair gets caught in the zipper?
But also, I feel like you have to vary your hairstyles
be
a
a
little
plot
more.
element.
What do you
NeverPaint.
mean? I
Have
never
her hair
had
like this.
Yeah.
like a floofy hair.
Oh yes, we need to talk about Fire Emblem.
Yeah, but that doesn't
Oh, I
fit the
love her so
character,
much,
though.
I
and
love
I
her.
made her
She's
my
very cute.
dancer, and
I love Mercedes. She's really good.
yes.
She's my favorite. Fire
I
Emblem.
think I made a very different hair this time, but but it's okay.
No, I just
No.
no. I'm not saying it's
Oh,
similar.
no,
I'm just
I
saying
was
like you
talking
should
to
tie it
Seika,
up
who
like
said
that.
I should vary my hairstyle.
Oh,
I just think I just saw this girl and was like, it's just very similar to the hair Love has. Like it's still a middle part and long hair. Like yeah, the texture is different. Like you don't have to change it, to be honest. If you like it, it's fine. But I feel like you could easily fall in the trap
Nah, I'm
of
not-
having
not gonna
all your
do that.
characters be very
Dolphin
similar.
won't even have hair.
I know. I'm just pointing it out. That's
think-
my little
I think it's
criticism.
really-
I feel like hair is fun and you can do so many things. You should do. Many
Also,
things. That's what I'm saying.
I watched an anime that I liked yesterday. Everyone wanted me to watch it,
Ooh.
and I watched it, and then I was, oh damn, this is actually good. The
What
Eizouken.
anime? What anime?
Eizouken!
Keep your hands up.
Yeah!
You should watch it, mate. Everyone should watch it.
Oh, yeah. My boyfriend is watching. I am still resisting for now. I sort of like it. I like the aesthetic of it just because. Hold on. I saw one image and I sent it to my friend and was like, "This is us," because it has the same size difference between me and my friend, and this is
Aw.
how we are when we meet up in real life.
You
This is
you,
just
you are
us.
very tall.
Oh,
one,
that's
right?
really funny.
She's
Oh
the
my god.
she's the short one. I'm the tall one, and we're both very derpy
Okay,
when we meet up.
I mean,
We're
the
both
characters.
gremlins.
No.
We
Okay,
we could
yeah,
leave
yeah,
the
just-
discussion for another day because
I
I could
just
go
want
on
to say that
really
the,
long about
the
this.
parts, like it's a show about animation or like art in general, and also specifically about concept art, and one of the characters has like this book full of sketches and drawings of environments, and I was like, yeah, I also have a sketchbook, and I also want to like sketch more real life environments to use in my comic. And so today I went out into my forest and I did a bunch of forest sketches, and also a ton of
Oh,
photos.
that looks so nice.
Yeah.
I
I
never
also
thought.
took a ton of photos, but I'm not gonna show them but I sorted them, and I have like a few photos of reference photos now, and I'm gonna use them for like designing environments better, because what I did before that was just making stuff up as I went along, and I never really got into that whole taking time to design everything beforehand, but I wanna.
I mean, that's how
Yeah.
you make a believable world if you
That's-
establish rules and then design
what I
things
wanna
that
do.
conform to them. It's
Yeah.
I'm not gonna go on about Eizouken. I'm not gonna do it. Oh, I'm vibrating in my seat
Let's
about
talk.
the show.
Let's talk
Oh my
about
God.
NeverPaint's drawing of the trees.
Yes.
I like it.
I
like
it.
I like how in the background the trees, they don't have outlines, so they're just sort of like fading out, and I like it. It's
Yes,
really
yes.
good.
I feel like this
Yeah,
sketch
I
is
also got a bunch of
really,
traction
really
on Twitter
good
already.
NeverPaint.
Like
It's
people are retweeting it when they usually don't retweet my characters.
Yay.
it's very aesthetic.
I already told you NeverPaint. This is a like okay. The thing with your art style is that a lot of the time it has too many lines where it doesn't need to have them, and the way you make this sketch is by removing all of the extra lines and just leaving the first one, and it flows so well. It has so much character, so much movement. It's
Literally
so
was.
free-handed, and well, exactly, but it looks fantastic because of it. It's got like it's removed the biggest problem I have with your art style, and now like this is one of the most beautiful things you've done, and it was probably effortless. It was probably so effortless. Like if your real art style could transition to like a middle ground between this and what
my
you
art
have now,
to be more
it would be
flowy
so
and
powerful.
more freeform.
So
And
powerful.
I don't like it when it looks stiff and too cluttered.
Well, draw less lines.
I love the lines so much and how
Yes.
Yeah.
They're
Draw
beautiful.
flowy
Feel-
bendy lines.
It's
feels
also
swooshy.
It's
kinda.
also yes.
Swooshy.
And
I
it's
like
also
that
the
word.
brush pens that I got that just encouraged that a lot. Oh,
have
nice.
the same brushes.
Because you can't really take a long time to figure out a detail in a line, but you have to make a swoosh to make it look good. Yeah. And also, I was just doing that very fast because it started raining and getting dark, and I wanted to go home before it got completely dark. So there are only 2 sketches I did today, but I want to go back maybe, especially in the summer when it's green again. I like forests a lot, and I never go to them.
Forests are good. I feel your pain. I want to go to a
It's
forest.
stupid. I
because
lived
love them,
here
but
like
I don't
on
know.
the countryside for like the last 10 years or something, and I never went to a forest, or like very rarely. And now that I'm living in the city, I can't go anymore, and it's stupid.
Shame on you, NeverPaint.
Yeah.
You never
I mean,
knew what you had until you
I could still
lose
go
it.
now when I'm visiting my
Yeah.
parents. That's nice. Yeah. Want to do more concept art? Want to more collect more references from real life? Especially when I want to draw like giant trees that have cities on it. So I just went and like took pictures of like trees from different angles, from a ground looking up and from like the top looking down. I didn't climb on a tree, but I hold my phone up very high so I can like detail the tree from different angles in the drawing later. Yeah. Someone else.
I lost a tree recently.
You oh no.
I lost a tree recently.
Did they
no.
kill it?
I'm back.
What
Welcome
happened?
My mom sent me a picture of from where she's living in my where I used to live in Lithuania, and by our house, just outside our door, on the it didn't belong to us, the grounds, but my grandfather, may he rest in peace, he planted like a little pine tree. And when I was little, I sort of grew up with that tree. Well, the tree grew and I grew. And like when I was very young, I thought one day I would grow this tree. But this tree
Is that why you got so tall?
Yes.
Is that why you got so tall? Because your body was like,
I was
I'm
in
gonna
competition
compete.
with
I'm gonna
this
compete with this tree.
Yes. I felt like I was so close while I was growing up, but then it outgrew
Oh, that's
me,
so
like in
funny.
the last stretches.
That's really good. I really like that story.
I love that tree. It was a really cute pine tree, but it got cut down.
Oh no.
No.
Yeah, I don't know why, but it did, and I'm really sad.
Well, Mage, I guess it's time for you to go as well. Sharpen your knives.
No.
No. Yeah, it's really sad because it's also one of the few trees that my grandpa planted, and it was still cute and relatively small for a pine tree. I don't know why they cut it down.
I got a tree a few years back for a celebration thing when I was 14. What we do when kids get 14 in Germany, like a entering adulthood celebration party thing, and I got a tree. And it was really nice. It was like a red with red leaves, super cool. But it just
I love those.
It didn't root well enough, and it just died a year later. It was so sad.
No.
Oh no.
Poor tree.
It died young, just like NeverPaint.
I want that
Oh, no.
very aesthetic idea of this tree that I planted and just grows big and like you see it for the rest of your life, but it didn't end up happening. I also have
I like that.
I also have a ginkgo.
Something similar happened to
I also
me.
have a ginkgo tree, a
Like-
second one that I got a few years earlier, and that tree is such a
I love
such a little bit.
those.
It's just a stick. It's just a stick. It's not for like the last, I don't know, maybe 10,
Dude.
15 years or something. It's just been a stick and doesn't grow. It grows leaves every summer and it loses them again and it doesn't grow. It's just a stick. Maybe a meter tall. It's so sad.
Nice. I have a similar story
it's
about a
trying.
tree
Yeah.
dying.
No, I'm
fine,
proud
it's
of him, but I
surviving.
know it's
Don't
weak.
be mad. It's doing its best.
Please, someone else has a progress.
Yeah, Asha, what did you draw this week?
Well, I
Oh hell yeah! I love
love
this
it.
one.
So sushi.
it's
I love it.
supposed to be like a jellyfish
Yeah.
themed dress.
Yeah, I definitely saw the jellyfish in it. I was gonna say, oh, I love it. It's so swooshy and pretty, and I
I
like
mean, you already know I adore this one, Asha.
I like the
This is
mood.
fantastic.
I like the blues and the purples. Oh, it's so
I
nice.
love
It's really, really
the,
good.
the gradients. Of
Sorry for
purples.
talking over you, by the way.
I'm in love with it.
With like the pearl colored dots.
So pretty. Oh, that's such a good dress. E.
I'm in love with the idea of bioluminescence inside of the dress, of her just like being a lady from the top up, and the bottom is just like transparent and glowing, and you don't even know if she has legs because she's
Doesn't
floating
have
about.
legs. Just
Ah, fuck. High five, Asha.
Yeah.
High five. This is.
we need to do the jellyfish ball.
I love this. Once I'm free, please.
I know,
Once
I'll
I'm
wait
free
for
and I
you.
can draw, I'll do it. I'll add to this.
This girl has strong
I'm so excited.
ghost Pokemon vibes, and I don't know
Oh.
which
Oh,
Pokemon
fuck
she
yeah.
reminds me of.
Jellicent. There's literally a ghost water jellyfish Pokemon.
Yeah, but it doesn't look like this, I think.
What do you mean? It sort of does.
This looks
Hold on.
way cooler.
It's
Oh,
more.
I mean, it does, but you know
it-
what I mean.
It has a more of a like lampin, like what's the chandelier vibe to
yeah,
it.
yeah, it's
Ooh,
definitely like
yeah, that's true.
like the fusion.
This one looks like it has a
Jellicent
big,
and
big
Chandelure.
old mustache.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's because
Yeah.
it's
It
sort of
does.
like a king, and there's like a queen version, and the pink
There,
one.
the male looks like a king, and the queen, the female looks like a queen, and their
Aw.
previous evolution looks like a little prince and a princess.
I
They're
like
super
the
cute.
I like the
I love
previous
them so much.
evolutions.
Can I get it
Yeah.
in Soul Silver?
Not so much these ones though.
Aw, damn.
I love them both. Nope.
No.
Sorry.
I wish.
Yeah, Freelish is
just
way
shut-
cuter.
I just
Freelish
started
E.
to make another one.
Like,
I like them
Never
both.
draw.
can you see the female furlish, please?
Hold on, let me.
I did have to delete the boy one.
Well,
Oh, there we
I
go.
found this.
Ah, okay, they're cute. I like.
Yeah, one has like the big what are they called? The big collar, like the
E.
big 18th century collar, while the other one has like a poofy blouse top.
E.
I just really like the simplicity
Yeah.
and the detail of these designs.
And also
They're great.
like the female one has like the little frills at the bottom.
Exactly. Well, the other one has like
The
the
tailcoats.
tails of a petticoat.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Oh, I love them.
And like the cuffs, they both have the cuffs.
Mhm.
Very
Such
good
great
drawings,
designs.
So
guys.
pretty.
Yeah. Oh, look at the flowers. Oh, that's so cute.
She
I
just-
love it. So warm, so soft. I like
I
it.
know.
I really
Oh,
like the colors in
colours.
this
It's
one.
just hidden.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
colors
hidden
are just really
in
nice.
all the
Oh, I
flowers.
like how free you are with the
in
colors.
that little, very small blush detail of flower.
Big eyes.
Perfect.
I like the eyes. What are they reflecting? They're reflecting the truth.
They're reflecting the cute.
This is adorable. I love
is.
her
Yeah.
so much.
I like all the painterly colorization.
I'm so happy this art exists.
So so soft.
Yeah, I don't know what to say about it other than 10 out of 10, to be honest.
Yes.
Fills you with warmth, fills you with this cozy feeling of like when you had a crush on this really pretty girl when you were like 15. That's where it brings me back. And you're like, ooh, flowers.
It's nice.
Very nice.
Oh, shucks. And now I officially am
Hell
posting
yeah.
all my daily drawings to Twitter. I quit
Oh,
Finally,
hell yeah.
Yeah.
It was about
I
time.
fighted for this for like half a year.
Good.
Nice.
Well, I'm doing it now. I don't like the pressure.
Now you're
it's
also-
a lot.
So,
We will
so
keep
Asha,
applying
you
it
also have an
relentlessly,
Instagram,
then.
right? You also have an Instagram.
What?
You can also post things there.
Oh, I do.
Yeah, you have to
Just
post
time
them there
push how you
too.
post
That's what
daily
I
on
do.
Insta.
Try to post on Twitter and Instagram both, because Instagram is good for like normal people to see your art. But normal people
I
have
want
money,
normal people.
Asha. They have money.
Yeah, normie 3.
Okay.
No, they don't.
Ah. So,
Anyway, that's
Mage, you
Intense
want to
typing
show
noises.
something?
Mage.
Yes,
Yeah.
well, I haven't gotten to draw for myself in a very long while, to be quite
Oh
honest.
no.
I can show you some more recent stuff, but
That's
it's
all
not
right.
for myself. And I could show you an older thing that I
Ooh.
never really posted
You can also
publicly.
do both.
But it was
Sure.
drawn back in September. Okay, so the most recent thing is some pixel art for a project that I'm sort of commissioned to do pixel art for.
Ooh.
So these sprites, I did one of them recently. The other two I did last year. The most recent one
Oh,
is
cute.
the
Tiny.
green bird one.
Ooh, I like bird.
It's very
Oh,
tiny
these are
characters.
cute.
Oh.
Thank you. Yeah.
That lion one reminds me of the concept art. Have you seen the original concept art for Sora from Kingdom Hearts?
Oh.
Where he has like a lion tail and like ears. Looks like a furry.
Take,
I'll find it. I'll dig it up.
take it up with Girly Wolf. They made the characters. I just made the sprites.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, I didn't design them. What else did I do? Commissions. I recently did a commission for Pizza Chan.
Oh, I know Pizza
I
Chan.
recently
Yeah,
drew
this
Pizza
one,
Chan.
this big commission.
Oh, cute.
Oh, cute.
Oh.
Yeah. And an older thing that never has been seen. Like I joined this sort of roleplay group, and I made a demon crow boy. I named him Nevermore.
Ooh, I like that name.
Oh,
Nevermore.
that's nice.
E.
Oh,
That's him.
Oh, he's so nice. I love him.
Third eyes that are like vertical, cool. It looks way better. Looks way better than like a horizontal
Very
eye that's
aesthetic.
in the middle.
Heartbird, he's great.
Ah,
He
I
has
like
purple
this.
flame magic.
Oh,
Because of
okay,
course.
okay. The way you wrote the name with the
Nice.
flame and the gradient, that's super cool.
Oh, thank you.
It is for sure.
I-
Is the tail a little bit asymmetrical? I like that. I like that it's a little bit asymmetrical,
What's asymmetrical?
and like the front skirt as well.
Yeah.
It's cool.
He's sort of tilting, but I do have issues with this. It has been drawn like several months ago, so of course I see issues with it now.
Yeah, it makes
Oh,
sense.
I know that
I
feel.
don't know. My art always looks perfect.
But I'm
to me.
still happy with the boy.
Yeah, he's very cute to me.
Thank you. Gosh, I could show a lot of older art, but it's old, so you know. I wish I would have done something more recent. I did do something recent actually today, but I can't show it
It's a
because
big-
it's
Yeah,
this
it's part of the
project.
secret.
Can you? Yeah.
Soon,
Yeah,
or not
Mage,
soon,
can you-
sometime eventually.
I was about to ask.
Hopefully
can you,
this
like,
year.
give you an estimation
Hell
on
yeah.
when we can see it?
I really, really hope it's this year, but I need to work on it. So hopefully, I'll have time.
I hear a kitty cat.
Yes, my baby boy.
You're awake.
Lulu.
He's woken up. Yeah.
Is he up so late?
I think it's because my boyfriend walked by and he saw him and he got activated.
Oh, he's awake. Sorry.
His motion
Sorry, the
sensors
podcasting
got
woke him up.
activated.
His
know,
motion, it's just eyes pop open, red gleam, like
No. It's no. It's like
tank noises.
it's funny because my boyfriend is a robot.
Wait. Wait.
In the same manner that I'm a mage.
Oh hell yeah!
We joke that like the cat gets activated whenever we pass by and he notices us. We get into his radar like the sense.
That's
radar.
really awesome.
Yeah, we activate the cat and it's like, oh no, he's activated.
Oh.
But
Well,
yeah.
I think it was all of us, right?
We are done.
Yeah, that's all of us.
Yep.
Any last words, everybody?
Bye.
Follow me.
Well, I want to say
sketch with
thanks
us.
to
Draw
you
something
for
coming
purple.
joining us. It was really nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, draw something purple.
I
That's
Yeah,
a
it
really
was
nice
really nice
chat.
talking to you.
Happy to join you guys. It was very pleasant. I was a bit spooked by the amount of people, but I guess
No, we're all gentle and nice. I see.
I like
we're
this
very
atmosphere. It's soft. It's very soft.
Well, you're welcome to be on whenever you like.
Oh, thank you. I think I'll be good. maybe another time, sometime.
No,
in the
sure, no
future.
pressure.
When I actually do something with my life for a little bit.
Definitely come
But I
on,
have something
I
to
feel you.
say.
Show your project when it's out. That would be it. Good.
Yeah, when my project's
Yes,
out, I'll be
please.
everywhere. I'll be like, hey guys, have you seen this project?
yeah.
Patreon slash
Can't
Can't
wait.
wait.
lethal Aurora Mage. But yeah.
Nice episode, guys. We have a
Yeah.
Twitter. We have a sketch with us hashtag. Send us your drawings that are purple.
Yes.
We also have a
Purple
Discord.
drawings.
Link
Yeah.
link in the
Yeah,
description.
join the Sketchy
we
People
do art
Plaza.
there.
Yeah,
There are
it's
voice
fun.
calls
It's
like
active.
almost every
we
day.
do art there.
It's cool.
Yeah. It's awesome.
E.
And thanks for listening, everybody. It was a bit of a longer episode, but I hope you had fun.
Goodbye.
And we'll see you in the next one.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.